Okay. Can you say something?
Something.
That's good enough for me. I will turn you up a bit, but not too much.
I just moved my mic a little bit closer.
Okay, that should be good. Can you say something? Yeah, I could barely hear what you're saying.
I haven't. I mean,
Now it's like
did
loud.
you not? Didn't you say you were gonna turn me up?
I did turn you up. I'm at the maximum I can possibly turn you up, and you keep going like really quiet and then really loud.
It's because it's hard to keep my head still. I'll just have to turn my.
You turn the gain up, I would say, yeah.
All right. How about this? How about this? How about this? How about this?
Yeah, it's fine. It's just a bit too loud now, so I'll turn it down on my end. It's fine. It's fine.
I was moving my head back and forward there just to check the distance.
Yeah, it should be fine now.
It's not popping too much, is it, or clipping or whatever?
No, it's not clipping really. Okay. Okay, we can go now, I guess.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh.
No, actually, don't go yet because I haven't actually started the level. But you know.
Oh. Alright, I'll switch back up.
Okay, we can go now.
Okay. Alright, is this boss gonna be as easy as I remember? Probably not.
I would turn the gain up a bit more.
Yeah.
I'll pause it. Don't worry.
Sorry. Okay, how's this?
Yeah, that's good. I think the problem isn't that it's clipping. I think the problem is that it's clipping because the gain is too low, so it like doesn't register that you're speaking because you're like too far away from the mic. So if you turn up the gain, it like can notice it better. If you know what I mean.
No, but it's okay. I'll take your word for it.
Okay, I pause again because the video's all fucked up on my end. Damn G-Sync. Okay, it should be fine now.
Okay. You still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My god, I'm already failing at this. You can still hear me somewhat clearly?
Yep.
Let me know if you ever can.
That's fine now.
I cannot believe Dixie Kong is dead. Pretty epic. Oh boy. Where are you up to now?
I'm on World 5.
You know the most annoying attack this boss has is the one where it goes super big and like just tries to squash you.
Oh, I keep dying. Yeah, that's what I died on like 15 times, so...
It's the owl boss where I really fell behind. I mean, I was behind before the owl boss, but that just like it was like the nail in the coffin.
Where the fuck is Dixie Kong? There.
Mine, she's dead.
Oh, come on, I died again! Thank you for the 5-month sub. It only now showed up for some reason.
Oh, that's because I clicked to share it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh,
I wonder if it like came up on the screen. It might have done. I don't know.
you have chat up on your. Do you have notifications set up?
I do, yes.
Crazy that Twitch is still running at a loss.
I don't
Sounds
buy
like
it. I
they're-
think they're bullshitting me. I just don't see how, because they're making so much money from like they're getting like half the money from.
Well, if you think about it, making a big service where like anybody can stream pretty smoothly all around the world, and there's like 1 trillion streams, you gotta imagine. Not exactly. It's gotta.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
you look
well,
at
money.
YouTube.
YouTube runs at a loss as well.
Yeah, but YouTube is a way bigger site.
Because it's also backed by. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the logistics, but
I just don't see how when they make so many subs, they have like so many people giving them like half of the subscription goes to Twitch. So, like, I just
why
don't see
would
how
they...
they.
Okay. But why do you think? What incentive would they have to lie about it, though?
To make you think that they're not, that that it's not a rip-off, giving them 50% cut.
Wouldn't it look better for investors, though, for them to lie and say they're doing well, rather than, well, I guess that would be illegal. But...
Well, are there any Twitch investors? Surely they're just Amazon investors.
Well,
Like,
investors
the idea of Twitch is to... The idea of why they're running Twitch at a loss is because they want to increase it more.
Well, I don't know. I've watched quite a lot of videos. I mean, it just sounds like it's not just hot air.
I just don't see how likely... I don't see how you can make a loss when you're making that much money on the cut.
I mean, yeah, clearly for the costs of running Twitch, maybe just big enough that it doesn't matter. Gotta remember, the average viewership across all streams is literally like 2 to 3.
Yeah. But...
And that's just the ones that actually get...
That's because
counting.
they don't recommend channels well enough. They should do more to recommend smaller channels, instead of just having the big channels. If they want to increase people watching the streams. Or like a bigger average. Because the reason why there's only like 1 person watching the stream is because it's so hard to find small streamers. Like, go on a game and there's like 1 million freaking streamers that are recommended with way more than like 100 views, and then it's like at the very bottom it's like 1 view. That's like a... Oh shit.
I mean, if you play games that a lot of people are playing, you're less likely to get views anyway.
Yeah, but I feel like games that nobody is playing, I still don't get any views.
Well, it's gotta be a game that people... Ideally, you gotta... Well, it's not just about what you play, but like, ideally, I guess you want to find like...
I just feel like they should like advertise smaller creators more, that's what I feel like. I think if they want to increase viewership, they should advertise smaller creators. I
mean, they need to advertise the people who are getting views mostly, I think, though. Because that's where that's how they get money off advertisements. Advertising to someone with 0 views is just a waste of money.
Why is it a waste of money if they get increased viewership and then people start subscribing?
Ads don't make people want to watch a video, though. Ads just, like, some place having ads doesn't make people want to go there.
I mean, if you see suggested videos does make people want to watch it because that's where they see it. That's how they see the video. That's how they see the stream.
It's not necessarily the same as ads, though. Like, putting ads on a stream with 0 views isn't gonna do anything.
No, I'm not talking about those ads. I'm talking like sharing it. Like when you see like on the recommended tab, like which YouTuber, like which streamers are on. I think they should. Like anyone can have ads on their videos. Like
How would you
in fact,
go
they force
about
it.
Okay, so imagine there's like 10,000 people watching, I don't know, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
If only.
How this is hypothetical. Like how would you decide who gets promoted then? Imagine, like, let's say there's like 100 of them have a lot of views and then 900 of them have barely any views. How would you what algorithm do you think would be the one that helps more of those people get views?
Well, it would just be random, wouldn't it? They would just select. They would like prioritize people that have less views, so they can share them to more people. But like, of course, they wouldn't have every single person being recommended. But like, they should have like a thing, like a tally thing, where like the more time you stream, the more likely it is that you'll get noticed. Like you'll get recommended by the algorithm.
Thing is, I'm afraid to take a strong stance on this either way, because I don't want to act like I know how to run a company, because I don't know anything about running a company. If someone just made me the CEO of Twitch, I would quit instantly. I wouldn't have a clue what to
Well,
do.
I think they should have subscriptions like how they do taxes. I mean, like with the basic rate and the advanced higher rate. So like if you're like...
I really wish there was someone who knew more about this whole thing.
I mean, I did business. I did a business course.
but the thing is, you're saying that you think Twitch is lying when they say they're not making money. But
well, I just don't. I'm not saying they're lying. I just don't see how they can. Either they're lying or they're just doing something wrong, because there's no way you can earn 50% cut on every subscription and still lose money.
How much do you think? So how much do you think it costs to keep up these high quality, super responsive servers?
Oh, it's a lot of money, but they could still be profitable and have the high servers.
They've also got to pay their staff as well, bear in mind. They've had to lay off a bunch of staff. I mean, I don't, from what, I mean, it's been kind of said behind the scenes a lot that Twitch is running at a loss from what it sounds like. I think this is just the official confirmation.
You also have to consider that they give like crazy rates to like popular streamers, because they think their like mentality is, if we have popular streamers stay on Twitch, that way they won't go to the competition. So they give them like most of the budget goes to these high-end streamers, so they stay on the platform.
But I mean, wouldn't you want someone who has 50,000 views every stream to like stay on the platform? Because then
it's not a very good incentive to give them a load of money and then have them just like, oh yeah, here's $50 million to stream on Twitch, but then they won't stream on Twitch because they've already got the money. So what incentive do they have to stream on Twitch? They might do it like once a month.
I'd assume a contract.
No, you remember the Mixer contract where they told Ninja to stream on Mixer for 50 million? But he barely streamed on Mixer, and then it shut down. So it was a complete waste of money.
I think it was more of an exclusivity deal, so while the contract was up, he could only stream. But from what I understand, doesn't Ninja like barely stream even on at all? Like
he streams on YouTube now, but not much.
Yeah, but even then, he doesn't. Yeah, but even like for a while, I've heard people say that Ninja doesn't stream.
Yeah, but that's why it wasn't a very good deal for them to do that, because he didn't really stream much. Like he just took the money and ran. Which is why giving these rich streamers a shit ton of money. Like, remember XQC got like $100 million to stream on Rumble, whatever? Like, that's ridiculous. That could have gone to like smaller creators for like a better pay cut, so people are more enticed to stream because they get better rates on subscriptions or whatever. But instead, everybody else is paying like 50% of their subscription, while everybody else gets like millions of dollars. All the rich ones get millions. Yeah, that's the problem with Twitch, is that they are focused on pleasing the top earners, but then not giving a shit about the low earners, which is why the low earners don't get as many subscriptions as they should. And that would probably increase the amount of money they have. So if they are selling at a loss, there is a way around it, I would say. Though I don't run the company, obviously, so I'm not 100% sure. But I would think that...
No, neither am I.
I think they are missing a way to successfully make the site run at a profit and please smaller creators and larger creators at the same time.
Well, maybe, but like I said, I wouldn't know what that is if someone put me in charge of Twitch.
Well, I just said, like, stop paying big creators so much and start focusing on smaller creators. That's all you have to do, really.
And you think they'll make more money that way?
Yeah, because smaller creators will get more subscriptions from people. Because they'll have more, like, they'll have more reasons to stream more often because there's more incentive to get more money. Because they have higher rates compared to, like, before. And they'll be recommended more. The smaller creators will be recommended more, so more people will see them and give them more subscriptions.
I agree giving people more attention is good, but I also feel like
I am ass at this world.
People need to actually put on a good show as well, though. They can't. Nobody's entitled.
Well, a lot of these freaking famous streamers are awful, so they're not doing good shows. They're just watching YouTube videos.
I mean, people watch them. No one.
Yeah, and they're not good because people are. I don't understand why people watch them. Why do people watch you watching a YouTube video with like no commentary or entertainment value whatsoever? Makes no sense.
Like, what is an example of a streamer you don't think deserves views?
XQC for starters. Asmongold sucks. Ninja's pretty bad.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely disagree with you on Asmongold. I think he's really good at putting on an entertaining show, even if you don't actually like agree with like his style or anything.
No, I don't agree. I think he's just really boring and he just like makes clickbait.
Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you don't know a ton about it if that's...
I mean, I've seen a couple of his videos, so...
I mean, I used to watch his WoW streams. They were very entertaining. He's very good at... If you can make WoW entertaining, you're doing something
well,
right.
Well, maybe... When was that? Like, how many years ago was that? Was that recently?
I mean, that was his thing. That was the thing that made him take up.
Because when I was watching, all he was doing was reacting to YouTube videos and not saying much about them. Like, he was watching a Donkey video and he was like, wow, what the hell? Wow.
Well, I disagree with him not saying much about them because he pauses a lot to, like, talk about them and stuff.
Well, when I was watching, he wasn't doing that. And he was talking about, like, the Johnny Depp trial or some shit.
No,
It just seems very cookie-cutter shit that anyone else could make.
I don't know. I don't think anyone could be Asmongold. I think
I could. I can react to YouTube videos and make stupid comments.
You're not as entertaining as Asmongold.
I am. I'm very good.
I feel like a lot of the jokes you make are just like obscure quotes I don't understand. But I guess I'm not saying I'm any better. I'm sure you're both more entertaining than I am. Anyway, you know what? I'm sorry. I take that back. I shouldn't say that. Yeah, I'm sure you're probably more entertaining than I am.
I'm comedy gold, baby.
I'm just not good at. I just don't know how to win arguments anymore. It's not really an argument. It's just a discussion.
It's subjective. Everything is entertainment is subjective, yes. But at the
subjective.
same time, watching a video and not doing anything with it, it's just lazy. Okay.
Well, I'll fully admit I watch Asmongold's reactions stuff because I'm curious to hear his opinion on things. So I admit that it's kind of lame that someone can. The thing about React content I don't like is that someone can react to a video and get more views than the original video. That's the main thing about it that bothers me. But I do understand the appeal of React content itself.
I just don't like that cheap content. I rather you like create something original and constructive instead of just like. I think reviews are fine because you're actually like going through the entire thing and like looking at it without like just watching the whole thing.
A review isn't something you can really do on a stream, though, is it?
I mean, you can. There are
Not
live
like,
streams.
not like an edited
No, not an
review, like
edited one,
ADG.
but yeah, like, yeah.
You're saying you prefer people to have like insightful commentary over than just. I mean, I look, I get what you're saying, and also I do. I'm sorry that the thing I said about Asmongold being more entertaining. I don't know why I said.
I mean, that's your opinion. You can have that opinion. I'm just saying that this is how I look
here's
at
the
content.
thing, look, I don't want to be the guy who defends Asmongold because he does kind of piss me off sometimes. Like, I'm not going to pretend I'm like his big fan. Like, I like his content, but I don't agree with everything he says. I think he does be a bit narcissistic and annoying sometimes. But I don't know. I don't like to say someone is better than someone else. Well, yeah. I don't. But whatever. I've already said that.
Well, my big complaint is that. Ow. Ow.
Oh,
I died again.
I like this. I like this.
It's just I want to see more, like, original content. More, like, proper produced stuff instead of, like, just sitting there doing nothing. Just, like, making blank statements that anyone could make. I want to see something that, like, nobody else can do. Like, something that's incredibly, like, to your strengths.
Yeah.
Because I feel like reaction content is just, like, very similar across the board. Unless you have, like, something very unique and insightful to say about it. Or, like, are just generally very funny about it. I just don't see the point in watching that kind of content.
I think Narasam is pretty
Like, speedruns are good because you can, like, watch them and see how they, like, work.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You know, speedruns are interesting because you get to see people kind of.
Even if their, like, commentary isn't the best, you're still being able to watch them and see how they play the game and learn new things about them.
Yeah. I guess one problem with speedrunning is that when people get changed to like a game and then the game suddenly gets like a new route which sucks, like that when Majora's Mask was good on the Wii U for a while.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people just straight up quit speedrunning it because it was so awful.
But my favorite, the most entertaining thing in streams is like people getting mad at video games. That's the most entertaining part of streams, I think.
It depends on the
So
person.
just play
'cause some
Cuphead and then.
I think some people's rage is more entertaining than other people. There's some people where it sounds funny when they get mad, but then there's people where you hear them get mad and you're like, oh boy, are they okay? Like, depends on the person and how they deliver it.
Well, it's usually exaggerated anyway. Well, sometimes it is, but.
You know, there are some people that just sound funny when they're angry, and then there's people who just sound scary when they're angry. Like, it's just different kinds. Depends on the person. I don't even really know how to properly, like, articulate difference, but it's something you can feel.
I hate it when people, like, do fake laughs to make them seem more funny than they actually are. Fake laughs are the worst, because you can tell this. You can obviously tell that they're fake laughing.
Yeah. Nah, just fake people. Being fake in general is annoying. I get when people try to deceive their audience for. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I do. But I mean, there were times where I tried to like cam up my rage on stream in the past to try and be entertaining, and I don't think it's really entertaining.
You fucking Donkey Kong fucking bitch! I fucking hate you!
Well, that was like on my own stream like ages ago. And I think sometimes it was maybe kind of funny, but for the most part it was just kind of. At least that's the felt feeling I get. I didn't really watch myself.
The problem is when I rage, I lose my voice very easily, and then I can't talk for the rest of the stream. So.
I think I just don't.
Won't go
like
very
the
well.
idea. I think I just don't like the idea of being a streamer full time. Like, I think your review content is really good. I think that.
Yeah, that's why I'd rather do that, because at least, like, it gets more views and it's more fun to make, because streaming is just not that fun, to be honest, because there's nobody there. It's fun when there's people there, but just sitting here playing a game.
I agree. I guess that's why this is probably like I like
more
doing
fun
this,
because I can talk to
streaming.
people while doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, being able to that's why that's why it sucks that like so many it's hard to get views on Twitch, because when you don't get views it's just boring. But it's also like if you're only doing it for view, it's a weird paradox, because on one hand
That's
it's
another
more
reason
fun.
why I think bigger streamers should get recommended less than smaller streamers, because with bigger streamers there's so many people in the chat that they can't talk to every single person. In fact, most streams people aren't talking to every single person in the chat, so those a lot of those people could easily go to smaller streamers, because I'm not gonna lie, most people on Twitch don't care who they're watching. They just want to watch someone.
I've never been like that, truthfully.
Well, I'm just gonna say a lot of people on Twitch just want to watch someone. They don't care who. They don't have like. A lot of them do have people they watch regularly, but a lot of them also have.
I do get that vibe from people, that people just want to see people play a game.
Yeah.
I
They just
personally
wanna watch something in the background.
I personally only like to watch people I know. And so,
Yeah, I'm the same. I only really watch a couple people. Sometimes I go and like look at what's on if there's nobody else on that's streaming.
I also don't really watch Twitch streams, truthfully. Most of the Twitch stuff I see is stuff that's been uploaded to YouTube.
I watch them sometimes, but not massively. I would say I watch streams more than I actually stream, though.
I'm the opposite. I think I've streamed more than I've watched streams. Unless you count, like, maybe counting YouTube streams. That's different. I've watched a lot of Hollow Eyes YouTubers.
Whew. Oh, you're in Wolf 5 now?
I am, but it's not going great.
It wasn't going great for me either, so...
I didn't struggle too much with the pufferfish boss, though. Really, the last level of this is the one that I struggled with more.
We're both basically on the same exact spot, so...
Oh, are we in the same level?
Yes.
Alright.
I don't know how that happened, but it did.
Yeah, because
I thought I was like way ahead.
I was getting obliterated in the last level. Like, I was just repeatedly dying over and over.
I think it might have been me dying at the beginning of this, maybe.
No, I will say, I definitely can say confidently that my biggest time sink was the owl. Stupid owl, as much as I love owls. I don't like being trolled by them.
I mean, if you want, we could do like an actual YouTube series with like proper commentary instead of just playing the game.
I don't know if I'd be very good at that. I don't think
Well, we've done it before, so...
Have we? What did we play?
Sonic 4.
Were we doing proper commentary? Because I remember you telling me that my commentary was too wasn't very good in that one.
Well, that was because I was...
I mean,
I had too high expectations for what was going on at the time. I think we could do better than that.
I mean, you're probably right, honestly. I remember you got mad at me for talking about, like, Game Grumps.
Oh, maybe I did.
Which is probably fair, because that's hasn't really got anything to do with Sonic. I don't even watch Game Grumps anymore.
I watch the Game Chumps now.
Yeah, they're funnier.
No, they don't shit on Zelda.
It's not even. Well, yeah, they should. It's funny because even when I was like a fan of them, they were constantly like hating games I liked. Like they hate, obviously, Egoraptor doesn't like Sonic.
He doesn't like any games that are hard or like he sucks at. Which is why it really pissed me off that he was in the Nintendo World Championships, because he's notoriously bad at video games, so...
He was the Sonic ambassador for a while, even though he hates Sonic, because Sega was doing this stupid thing where they thought that if they could be, like, self-aware and be like, yeah, guys, our series sucks, right? High five. Like, it was so... I hated that period where Sega were, like, trying to appeal to people who hated Sonic and try to make it into a
that was dumb. I just don't like how he was on the Nintendo World Championships because he can't even fucking beat Ocarina of Time. How can you be a Nintendo World Champion if you can't even beat Ocarina of Time?
I mean, he did beat it, but...
Yeah, but it took fucking forever. And he, like, nearly ripped all his hair out from Majora's Mask. Like, what? How could it be that hard to play Majora's Mask? It wasn't even like the puzzles that were the problem. It was the actual game itself that was the problem to him.
Well, I stopped watching Game Grumps just because I got annoyed. I just got annoyed, and then I got to a point where it's like, if watching something is making you annoyed, why like why watch it? I don't know. I just decided,
Yeah.
you know what? Clearly, I'm no longer in the audience of this show, so I'm done.
Also, it took them like 200 episodes to beat Mario 64 or something, which makes no sense whatsoever. How does it take that long to beat Mario
The
64?
worst one was Fire Red because that was like, they had like. Egoraptor kept saying that he was gonna like grind for like to level up the team so they could beat the Elite Four, and it literally took like 2 years. And in the end, they got like one of Dan's friends to do it, and it was and. Yeah,
I mean, I can kind of understand that because grinding is really not fun, but you know.
but it's like I feel like if they would, I don't know. People were, yeah. You know what? I'm wasting time getting.
I also didn't like how they took a lot of jokes from like other people and they claimed them as their own. Like a lot of people found out that like jokes they said, or like stories and jokes they said were actually from like Reddit or something.
I've heard people say that like some of the stories Dan told were on like 9gag or something.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like, why can't you make your own content?
I don't know.
I've got many stories I can tell that
I
aren't
think,
on 9gag.
I think they had funny. They've got funny jokes on Game Grumps. I don't want to be too mean. It's not even the jokes they tell that really bother me. It's more just the kind of the sort of thing where it's like, I hated the whole constant kind of Egoraptor gets really mad at Monday pointless thing in game. Dan doesn't really care because he doesn't really play video games. It's like, I don't know, it's just not for me. Like, I get why people still enjoy it. More power to them. It's just, I don't know. It's just not.
I did watch the Mario Sunshine one, and that was like it. And he was not great at it, so I stopped watching.
I will say Egoraptor is really good at like getting angry entertaining. I think like is like, unless I don't know. I think he's.
But that's because every game he plays, he's terrible at. So who wouldn't get mad? It's like old grandma plays video game. Oh, this is bullshit. Did they ever play? Oh, you say something. You say.
No, I was gonna make a dumb joke. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, did they ever play Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze?
They played it for a few episodes and then stopped. They didn't like finish it. I guess
Probably
I
too
don't know.
hard.
They didn't get very far. I think they only got like past the first world or something. I don't even think they got to like super challenging stuff. I think they were doing co-op in it, and I think they just didn't want to play it anymore. I don't really know. Sometimes they would just stop playing a show without a series without really explaining. I don't know.
I think I stopped watching Game Grumps before you even started watching it, because I'm pretty sure you started watching it because of JonTron, right?
Well, John had already left the show when I started watching, but it was because I had.
Well, I started watching it just as he left, so like in the summer
I
of
knew of
2013.
Game Grumps before then. I remember when I heard that, like, oh, one of the co-hosts of Game Grumps left, and this was before I watched it. I remember thinking, wow, I'm glad I don't watch that show. That sounds awful. Like, and I'm still glad I wasn't watching when JonTron was on the show, because that would have sucked when you'd be like, get in the habit of watching Game Grumps every day, and then suddenly it's like.
But didn't like all the Only Plays people leave as well?
Huh?
Didn't like a lot of the Only Plays people leave as well, and then they got replaced?
Yeah, they did. And that was sad too. So I kind of did have an experience of that, but I think I understand their reason for leaving because they had to deal with a lot of BS from like awful people from like the Game Grumps fandom and just stupid fans and stuff like that.
Really?
People not respecting their privacy and just spreading stupid rumors and stuff like that. And he got one of them got doxxed.
That's
like,
not good.
And had like a big falling out with their family because of it.
What, they got doxxed and they had a falling out with their family because somebody...
No, well, they revealed a bunch of personal stuff about him to his family that he hadn't told them. And
what, like he was gay or something?
That is actually what it was. I was trying to like not say it explicitly, but because I didn't want to.
Well, that's the family's problem, not him.
Yeah, but the fact is, like, basically the internet caused all that horrible stuff because he didn't, you know. I mean, if you fell out, I mean, he was probably gonna tell them himself at some point. But, like,
he should tell them. It's like.
But I mean, the fact that like they didn't accept him for it is pretty messed up, and that's a pretty traumatizing thing to go through. Like, and you know, he didn't have any say in it either. It was told by people. Yeah,
Well, I
don't
told
know,
my
it's-
parents pretty early on, so
yeah.
they didn't
I
really
think- I
give. They didn't even fucking remember. They think their kid's so little they didn't even realize.
But yeah, I don't know. Sounds like they're doing a bit better now. They're not part of Only Plays. They're because they're game developers. Ding Dong and Julian. They're like working on a game. They do like live streams and stuff.
That's cool.
They're doing pretty well. Like I think they're not. They occasionally do like live streams, but they're not part of Only Plays anymore.
Some of the new people I don't find funny at all in Only Place, but
Like who?
like Corey.
Corey's seems to be a bit hit or miss with a lot of people. I will say. I think the funniest Corey moment is when he completely loses his mind because of the controller that's not working.
Oh.
Like he was trying to play Mario World with the control stick because he doesn't like the Xbox controller D-pad. Like playing
That
on an
is
emulator.
horrible. Why would you play a 2D platformer with a... Oh, actually, I do
It's-
that,
it's-
but, you know.
Well, it's because it's all they had, but he kept getting mad because he like kept messing with his controls, and there was a point where it just got so bad he just completely lost it, and everyone just laughed. But I think a lot of people find his rants. I don't know. I mean, I find them all entertaining, honestly, but I kind of get why people. From what I understand, Only Plays isn't the same as Game Grumps, where it's like a big corporation. They're mostly just doing it to fund their other projects that they're doing outside of Only Plays, like Oni's making a game. Lyle's got like his own, like a bunch of his own stuff going on. Like he's got a video game. He's got a show on YouTube, etc. Basically, they're all just kind of doing their own things, and Only Plays is just kind of a source of revenue for them. Because they have a very sporadic upload schedule. Like they haven't uploaded any videos this year yet.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think like forcing to upload is
No,
unsustainable.
absolutely. I'd rather entertaining Let's Players took breaks than got burnt out and forced themselves to upload stuff that sucks, basically.
Yep.
I would always choose that over winning. The problem with YouTube is that there are people who like will take a vacation.
Come back and the algorithm hates them.
Yeah, or like there are people who will have like permanent damage to like their viewership and success just by having taken like one vacation in like a 5-year career. It's like
Yeah,
that's not,
the YouTube algorithm really fucking sucks.
it really does. Basically promotes unhealthy work style.
Yeah, they make you be like, oh, you have to make a video every single day, otherwise you fucking die.
Yeah.
And like people like Logan Paul who make videos every single day, they get all the frickin' promotion. Apparently he got like a shit ton of money to be on YouTube or something, like to stay on YouTube and not go to like Snapchat or something.
When was that? Was that before or after the incident?
I'm pretty sure it was after because this was recent.
Oh my god. I would say it was really annoying how slow YouTube was to punish him for that, but they would like instantly punish people for talking about it. Like, PewDiePie made a joke video about the whole suicide thing like right after it happened, and that got instantly removed, but like, the actual suicide video itself, and also any disciplinary action against Logan Paul, just didn't... They took forever with that, like, they were so hesitant.
I can tell you that Logan Paul's family has massive ties with YouTube. They are basically in the YouTube circle. I mean, that's how, like, they were already famous before they even became to YouTube. So... And they were on, like, TV shows and stuff, like, Jake Paul was on the Fred channel.
But not the actual controversy.
Yeah.
What a mess. No, I mean, to be fair, YouTube managed...
Logan Paul was on Law and Order SVU in, like, 2015 or something. Like, way before he was on YouTube. Because they were in the Hollywood circle or whatever. So they were, like, made to be famous.
That adds
Which is
up.
why they don't get punished. Where
Honestly,
else...
I hadn't even heard of like Logan or Jake Paul until the H3H3 stuff about them. Like I didn't have a clue who they were. I hadn't heard anything about.
Well, they were originally famous on Vine, making god-awful videos on that, and then they went to YouTube.
I remember hearing that the. Why did Vine shut down? Because it was really popular. Like, why did it get shut down? It seems
I don't know why. I guess because they I don't know. But we have like freaking TikTok now, which is like Vine and music.ly, but like way worse in every single way, and I hate it. Do not have TikTok on your phone because it is spyware.
Yeah, I've actually never been on TikTok, the site, ever.
I have a desktop account, but I've never downloaded the actual app because I do not want to do that.
I have heard that like the app is kind of shady.
Yeah, TikTok was not great.
Sorry?
It's even more like luck based than YouTube is for the algorithm. It's so like the whole shorts thing is just so random. You either make it big or you don't. Like it has nothing to do with skill.
It'd be nice if people could actually get rewarded for the amount of effort they put in.
Yeah.
Though sometimes low effort content can be entertaining too, like How to Basic can be entertaining.
I wouldn't say How
sometimes,
to
I think.
Basic is low effort because he does a lot of stuff in his videos, and it takes a
Oh,
lot of
yes,
time
but
to
if you
make all
think-
those frames.
I would, well, I mean, I more mean like his older stuff where he would just kind of do one continuous shot of him just destroying his kitchen, basically. But I guess a lot of the work was probably in cleaning up his kitchen afterwards.
I feel sorry for all the eggs that he breaks because they could have been nice chickens.
And I think it was probably too late for them to be chickens, but they definitely could have fed some people.
Yeah. He wastes a lot of food. That's my biggest problem. Okay, I'm on the
Yeah.
polar bear now.
I like the No, Donkey Kong. Ew.
See, I think our commentary today could have been good for YouTube.
Yeah, maybe. I also, when we were talking about like Twitch, I feel like I couldn't do very good. I don't think I really knew what I was talking about. I still don't really.
No, we should focus on things we're talking about.
Like Logan Paul and YouTube and stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like I know what I was talking about a bit more of that. I'm gonna try not to take stances on things I don't understand because I feel like that's a good way to look stupid.
I do that a lot.
Yeah, it's hard not to sometimes when you have views that you aren't ready to be challenged. It's easy to
Yeah.
say stupid things. It's one of the reasons I try not to.
I like having opinions.
Having opinions is good, but
My opinions are usually very controversial.
it's not. I mean, it depends what it's about, I guess. But that's honestly, if you genuinely like, if you can stand by your opinion after people have challenged it, that just shows strength of character, I think. Well, I mean, there's a fine line between strength of character and stubbornness. If you're just refusing to change because you don't want to admit you're wrong, then that's.
Well, a lot of my opinions are controversial due to like the way I say them.
It's just you just don't beat around the bush. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with.
No, I
being
just
blunt,
don't. I don't like. People get misunderstood by what I'm saying because I don't.
People misunderstanding things on the internet? What?
Yeah. I mean, you've done that too with me when I say stuff. You don't understand.
I misunderstand everything though. Like I wouldn't, and I do still feel bad about that. But no, I know you're right though. People, that was sarcasm. People, it's impossible to say anything without annoying some weird psychotic person on Twitter.
Yep.
Like, you could have the most hearts. God, it is so infuriating seeing people just get mad over the most stupid, mundane things about Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, people get mad if you say you like stuff about it. People get mad if you don't like stuff. Like, you could just not win. I know it's not just Sonic, but, like, that's just the thing that's coming to my mind.
People need to, like, go outside and stop getting annoyed by, like, every single little thing.
Yeah, it's just people just put too much energy into it's a vicious cycle as well, because you know people acting that way makes other people feel validated and acting that way, and then it just creates a toxic circle where people are just constantly getting their own validation and just becoming more unhinged and just unaccepting of anything. It just completely pointless and redundant.
Yep.
And I mean, I've fallen into that trap a bit as well. I've been trying to go outside a bit more lately.
I just try not to like fall for dumb bullshit that I just don't respond to it. I just try and ignore more.
That's the best thing, really.
Because what's the point of arguing with a stupid person that has no, like, it's just pointless.
I kind of feel that way about that recent dub drama that's going on.
The what?
The stuff. You know, we talked about it, the stuff about like the Dragon Maid dub.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, I get sure those lines are a little weird, but I wouldn't say the entire dub is like inaccurate. It's just a few strange lines here and there. But like, I get they shouldn't be like that. But I think it's weird to me that people are getting mad rather than just, you know.
Like if you can't win the argument because people are too stubborn, just don't even do the argument. There's only a point of doing the argument if you can change someone's mind.
Well, not even that. It's just I think arguing about. I think it's good for other people to like be open-minded as well. Like.
Ow.
I think. But no, what I mean is like, sure, like the line was a bit strange, but I also think it's weird to me that it's become such a contentious thing when this dub literally was like, what, 7 years ago? Was what you said?
I don't think it was contentious. I think like Asmongold did a video saying.
No, it
we're
was.
back to that again.
Because, no, I don't know, but it had blown up before we talked about it. It just blew up even more after that.
I thought that was where it started because she replied to a comment from it, like saying how.
Yeah, that's the yeah, that's the thing though. Like that's one of the things people criticized her for. She said it was because of Asmongold, but I remember seeing that becoming a topic. It was because it was becoming a topic when Asmongold even talked about it. But personally,
it was like to do with like AI making the scene better or some shit.
Someone did like AI voiceover dub to fix that line, and it fit the lit flaps. Okay.
People are so oversensitive with AI. They're like, you can't use AI voices for anything ever because it's insensitive to the voice actors. But it's like, why does it matter if they're having fun with it? It's like, if it's not used for commercial purpose, like, what harm is it doing? Unless it's being used for like to slander someone.
I guess the thing is,
like, you're already putting your voice into the public in a voice role, so just like how is it any different from being in a role?
It's just I think a lot of it's like it's a slippery slope. Like I mean, not also, I don't know if AI is, you know, it's only getting better, so you know I think people want there to just be protection for.
Like, I can understand using it for a commercial product because you're not getting paid for work that you've done, technically, but if people are just using it for, like, fan work, then I don't see why it's, like, just, like, for fan art or something. I don't see the problem. Like, it's not that they're making something that's, like, not safe for work or whatever. Or, like, inappropriate. It's just, like, some innocent thing that people are making. Can I have a heart, please?
I understand how people feel, but I don't think AI is. I don't think everything AI has to be evil. Like I think AI can be like used for good things. Like for example.
Yeah, like Eminem. No, like Hitler rapping a rap god. That's the best thing AI has ever done. That is a real thing, by the way, and it is hilarious.
What I was gonna say was though. Could be one thing, like on the World of Warcraft team, what they do is whenever they add like a new helmet to the game, they use it to make it so that helmet fits on all the races, because all the different playable races in that game have like crazy different head shapes and
that is a cool idea. Yes,
like so automating stuff like that is, I think, a really good use of AI, like just doing the pointless stuff that nobody really wants to do or gets any real fulfillment or respect for doing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Ow, fuck, no!
But if people are using AI to make like actual art assets, you know where to start. I don't like that. I don't like it when people use AI to remaster stuff because it's not the same as, you know, actual remastering. It's just like.
I mean, it depends on if it looks good or not, but most of the time it looks awful, so... I mean, if it looks good, I don't care, but if it looks awful, then, like, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's like the problem with, like, Persona 3, Portable. It just looks terrible.
That's the example I was going to use.
Like, if Persona 3 Portable used AI and actually looked good, then I didn't think it would be a problem. But it doesn't. It looks like shit.
I guess using AI to just touch up the quality of stuff isn't a big deal as long as it
I think,
actually...
like, Okami HD used, like, AI to upscale the textures, and that looks pretty good, so... And that was, like, one of the earliest forms of AI, so...
Yeah. I guess people are more worried about the sort of out-of-touch CEOs who already don't respect artists, thinking that, like, it's like people won't care if you use AI to replace the actual creative process. I think that's the main thing. It's the people who don't understand video games who are just behind all the financial decisions that people are the most worried about. I think some people just don't like the idea of their voice being used without their consent, really. Well,
I mean, when you watch something on TV, it's being used without their consent, so...
well, I mean, no, because they consented when they recorded that line.
Yeah, but it's just a line. Like, if it's not like it's just a random piece of dialogue, it's not like anything like that serious.
Everybody's boundaries are different. I'm sure there's some people that don't care, but some people...
And technically, it's not technically their voice anyway, because it's like an AI voice. So technically, it's like a robot.
Yeah, it's just a case. Everyone just has different boundaries.
Well, do you think Hitler was okay as singing Rap God?
I mean, do we really care what Hitler thinks? Like, do we really... And do we? I mean, I think most people are gonna know that like that's not really the president's playing like Fortnite or whatever when it's like that kind of stuff as well.
It is.
Like,
That is Trump and Obama playing Zelda.
I wish. I think for stuff that's like super ridiculous like that, it's one thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like stuff that's just for fun, like just silly shit. That's really what AI is good for. Just making bullshit.
I think the fact that companies are using ChatGPT to generate like press statements like apologies for games being rushed or glitchy is pretty cringy though.
Especially when it's noticeable. Well,
Yeah.
if it wasn't noticeable, we wouldn't know, so...
Yeah, like people could tell like the Gollum ChatGPT, the apology for the Gollum game.
Well, I mean, it's appropriate since the game is so fucking bad. They have to have a bad apology to a bad...
So, like the amount of games that got like... Hello?
Hello.
Oh, sorry, your voice cut out a bit there.
No, I wasn't talking, so...
Oh. No, I mean, when you were last speaking, it sort of cut off abruptly at the end, so I wanted to make sure we hadn't had like a disconnect or something.
That's fine. Say what you were gonna say?
What was I saying? I actually don't even remember, to be honest. Probably wasn't that important if I don't remember. This Persona 5 mobile game is supposedly gonna start...
I tried to download that, but it didn't work on my phone. Like, a couple of years ago. Because it was like a Chinese thing, but it didn't work on my phone.
Yeah.
I remember like years and years and years ago, like back in like 2015, they had like a mobile version of Splatoon. But it was like a Chinese version of Splatoon.
Alright.
It was really weird.
I think what they're supposedly what they're trying to do with this Persona 5 mobile game is to kind of appeal, sort of have their own sort of Genshin sort of thing, I guess.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, if it's a good game, I'll play it. But I would rather, I prefer not to play. Gotcha. I haven't even tried Genshin Impact. I've never played it. I'm sure it's good and all. I'm just not in a hurry to get into another MMO that's going to cost me a ton of time and money. Got enough of those.
Yeah, I wouldn't get into it if I was you. Just too much effort, too much hours.
Yeah, I've still barely play the ones I already play.
I
feel
barely ever play Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, I do like Final Fantasy 14 is probably my favorite MMO right now because I just like the mindset of like the head of the team and the developers and stuff. I think they're just really chill and cool. They're not. I don't know. Wish there was more people like that in the games industry with that kind of like commitment to communication and just quality.
I wish there was like an option though to like buy the game outright, so you didn't have to like pay subscription. I know that's how you make their money, but like, if I could pay like $100 to like have the game online forever without having to pay monthly, I would do that.
Some games let you do that. Some MMOs, like Guild Wars does that, I think, or at least they used to. I don't know if they still do.
That would be nice. 'Cause so whenever I don't want to pay subscription because whenever I actually pay for the subscription, I never actually end up playing it. So.
And the subscription model is one that definitely deters a lot of people. Also, how they keep the servers up, though. It's kind of tough. I don't know.
I mean, for like
think there are some-
$100, I feel like that's a fair price to pay for like a game that is like an MMO. I know MMOs are like expensive, but still, like $100, that's more than like a normal game.
Or the same as Starfield, which is a ripoff.
Oh shit. How much is Starfield? I thought Starfield was free with Game Pass, so.
Oh, it might be actually. But either way, I'm glad people are like. I'm glad people are complaining about it, and I'm annoyed that developers are still being stubborn and like refusing to take criticism. They're like arguing with people in like the Steam reviews and stuff.
Oh, Zelda, you mean? Tears of the Kingdom.
No, I meant Starfield, but wonder if I was.
What did you say? Did you say anything? You just cut out.
One day Steam just got new management and the management like completely like sucked. Like I know people have complaints about Steam now, but like they were like a million times worse and just did things people like no one would be able to do anything. And that's another problem with just any company having a big monopoly on like a certain market, because like if that company, even if it's a good company, if one day that company's management just changes and it starts to suck, and add a
Well,
lot.
they're already kind of
Basically-
being like that because of the whole like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
DMCA
like I know
stuff.
people have got I know people have got complaints, but like I'm not saying things are perfect. I'm saying like just imagine if that. Just think about other things like it's why YouTube gets away with so much garbage because there's nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
Monopolies are never good. Even if a good company has a monopoly, that company's only good while the people in charge are good. If they change one day, that's it. Basically.
You know, I'm boycotting Steam until they give me back my blooming weed skin that I bought.
What skin?
So I got hacked. This was before I got hacked, but when you were aware of. But I got hacked, and then the person that hacked me sold one of my CS:GO skins that had like a weed skin on it, and they sold it. And I told Steam, and it was obvious I got hacked, but they didn't give me like the skin back. They didn't like give me it back. So fuck them.
Right.
I'm boycotting them until I get it back. Cause that was a good gun. I only got like £1 for it because he sold it for like super cheap. They wouldn't even give me like the money to like remake the gun or whatever. They just didn't give me anything. They were like, no, we're not doing it.
I like this polar bear, even though he has become rabid. feel like Dixie Kong is the best one for this boss because you get so much more wiggle room when the ice cube towers come.
Yeah, kinda.
Or maybe there's somebody who could do some really cool stuff with Cranky
Damn
Kong
it!
in
I
this
fucked it
level.
up again.
I feel like Diddy Kong's the worst one though.
Diddy Kong is really crap. It's just like Dixie, but worse.
Just being able to get that extra height is just so much more valuable than being able to fall slowly, which is like
Fuck you, Polar
No.
Bear.
is probably valuable sometimes, but I don't know, Dixie's more valuable because it still delays when you're gonna drop, and Donkey Kong drops pretty fast. So yeah, Dixie is just better Diddy, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. So there's literally no reason to use Dixie. I mean Diddy when you can use Dixie. I hate that fucking thing. He's still alive! I'm a motherfucking polar bear! Do you still watch
Why do you-
Nostalgia Critic?
Not very often, occasionally. Where are you? Are you still? Where are you up to? Are you in level 6?
I'm fighting the poli.
Oh, right. Oh, we're both on the polar bear now.
I'm fighting the police. Fuck the police.
Yeah, I beat him.
And we're literally at the exact same fucking point.
Oh, have you beaten him too?
Yeah, I beat him at the exact same time.
Alright. Well, you're definitely gonna take the lead in this world, because I've only done the first 3 levels. Everything after the 3rd level in this world is uncharted territory to me.
Well,
I don't mind playing it anyway, though. I'm having fun. And that's what games are for. I'm glad I haven't been too behind. I was worried it was going to be just super one-sided, but I'm glad I've at least somewhat kept pace. I don't mind that I'm not winning, but I'm glad.
this is
I'm
a
winning.
remake of the first level from Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Oh, I didn't put that together. I knew that this was like Jungle Japes, but I didn't put together that it was this. Oh,
Well, it's not the exact same, but it is kind of similar. It's like an icy version.
yeah. I know it's like the same location.
Yeah, you can see the Kong.
I love Donkey Kong Country. Rockable friends.
Me too.
Maybe if I'm not enjoying a game, we should just race it and I'll enjoy it then. That seems to help. But not even that I
Race
wasn't
Skyward
enjoy-
Sword, then you might enjoy it.
I enjoyed Skyward Sword. I mean, I 100%ed it.
Enjoy it more.
No, that's true. I wouldn't mind trying that, though. I'd rather not have to practice it, but I know that I'm going to just fumble around and have no clue what I'm doing because I can barely remember it.
Ow.
Oh god.
Well, I remember this level, yeah. I haven't done these levels since like 2018 when I played it for the first time properly. When I finished it for the first time.
Was that on the Wii U or the Switch?
Yeah, the Wii U.
When did it come out for Switch?
2018, but I played the Wii U version.
Uh,
I never got it on the Switch, so... Ow. But I bought it at Wii U when it came out at launch, but I never properly played it. I got to like World 3, I think, but then like I didn't properly play it. And then I played it again later on. And I thought, wow, why did I not play this sooner? Because like back in 2014, I didn't really play many games. Like I started games, but then I got like... I had the problem with like collector's fever, so I got so intimidated by getting all the collectibles, so I never actually properly played it.
this
That-
game.
Yeah, this game.
I will say it is actually pretty hard to get collectibles because some of the jigsaw pieces are crazily well hidden.
Yeah, you're right. That's why I had the problem with it, because I got to World 2 and I was like, where the fuck is everything? I can't play this.
Oh, there was one in the first world that even when I looked it up, I was like, I would never have figured that out.
And then I went back
It's
in
in the-
2018 and I was like, I'm just gonna play the game normally, no completion shit, and then I beat it.
Oh man, if I run out of lives, that's gonna be embarrassing. Oh no, I might actually run out of lives. Oh well.
I've beaten most of my Wii U games, I think. I've still got a few left, but
I've got some Wii U games I haven't even played.
well, I beat last year. I beat Kirby and the Rainbow Paintbrush and Fatal Frame.
Alright.
I've done Zombie U. I've done Yoshi's Woolly World. I haven't done Mario Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, but I don't understand how you're meant to beat that game to begin with. So
I feel so bad for Animal Crossing fans with that game. Only because that's like, oh, everyone was starving for new Animal Crossing and they released a board game.
they had Happy Home Designer on the 3DS, and then that on the Wii U. What the?
And then they got trolled again with Smash Bros. When they announced Isabelle for Smash Bros.
I mean, they got trolled, but then after they did announce a new Animal Crossing game.
Yeah,
Like
no,
immediately
but-
after.
No, that's true, yeah. It was funny though.
I was like, I was like when I got back from Japan and I was like had massive like bad jet lag, so I fell asleep from the direct while the direct was on, so I didn't actually watch it live, and I skipped through it, and I was like, oh my god, Animal Crossing. But yeah, that was like one of the best directs, and I fucking slept through it. Not my finest hour. I slept through the damn E3 2015 Sony conference as well, where they announced like Shenmue 3 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I was so annoyed by that.
What was the most disappointing Smash Bros. Character announcement for you personally?
Sora. I mean,
Sora? What? You can't mean that.
kinda, but
You like? Really? You were disappointed by Sora?
I just didn't want him in the game. I thought it didn't fit Smash Bros. And also, I think the character's kind of boring.
Oh, I was really excited for Sora.
Yeah, but that's because you're a
Well,
massive Kingdom Hearts fan. Of course, you're going to be excited for Sora.
There.
I'm
Thought
not
you at
that
least-
big into Kingdom Hearts myself. I played the game, but
Was that really the one you were most disappointed by, though?
I don't know. I kind of didn't
would've-
like the Fire.
For me, it
Most
was-
of the Fire Emblem characters were also kind of lame.
For me, it was the. Well, so yeah, I think that being the final DLC character for the Wii U one was disappointing, but I think. Yeah, that might be the biggest one for me, but also the Xenoblade character as well was a little.
Pyra, yeah, that was awful.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what the most disappointing character is, because there was like a point, like after a certain point, like after Banjo got announced, I just didn't give a shit about any of them anymore.
I definitely feel like they did some of the best ones first.
Yeah, like after Banjo, I was like, whatever they announced, I just don't care anymore because I got whatever I wanted. To be honest, I was like that with King K. Rool, but then they announced Banjo as well, and I was like, okay. King K. Rool was the one I wanted. That all of
One I
all.
wanted. Well, you know which one I wanted.
Rayman, yeah. Rayman would be cool, but I'm not dying to have Rayman in the game. But to be truth be told, I'm not even that big into Smash Bros. I'm more of a single player guy, so multiplayer games aren't really my thing.
To be honest, I always get excited for like new Smash Bros. Games, but I never actually play them that much once they're out. Like I'll do.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what that was like me with Smash Wii U. Like I was super hyped for it, and then it actually came out. I didn't really play it that much. But the biggest problem is the single player content is just lackluster nowadays. Like with Brawl, it was massive, but nowadays it's like
Yeah,
World of
never
Light.
stops. No, World of Light was better than what they did on the Wii U, but it was really tedious.
Yeah, it was super boring. I think it wasn't as good as the 3DS stuff. I thought the 3DS stuff was pretty good for what it was. They had like Smash Run, where you could like play in this like overworld thing, and then you got like coin things. They're like unlockables that made your character better. I thought that was really cool.
Alright, the best Smash Bros. Game is probably Project M anyway.
Probably,
It's
but
just-
that's
it's
because of-
got the handling and controls of Melee, but with more characters.
Yep. Isn't there like some unique characters as well in that? There's unique levels, I know that.
Yeah, I think they've got Knuckles.
They got a lot of cool characters, and skins.
Yeah, and they got all the melee characters as well.
Oh yeah, they do. I think. I think Melee has the best single player. I don't know because I don't know. It's really hard to say which is better, Subspace or Break the Targets. Because Break the Targets is really cool, but Subspace
Well,
is also pretty cool.
Break the Targets is in Brawl though.
Yeah, but there's only like 5 stages, so it's not really the same.
Yeah, I guess
It's kind of like a more basic version. It's like a demo version of the Melee one.
I'd say Brawl has the best, but I'd say Melee's second best out of all Smash Brothers. And then
Yeah, it really depends how much you like Subspace, doesn't it?
yeah.
Like I like Subspace, but like a lot of it is kind of tedious. Like
For me, it was
the
just
ending
the
part.
cut. No, if it weren't for the cutscenes, I would have probably found it a lot less fun. But like the fun cutscenes and stuff,
I guess so, yeah.
it added a lot.
Keep dying, getting hit by the water. I definitely think Wii U was the worst one. I think everybody agrees that Wii U was the worst one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe they'll finally address the starving single-player fans in the next Smash Bros.
I hope. I hope they just do a completely have all new characters, and just like redo the whole thing, make it an all new game. Because they have all the characters in Ultimate, so if you want to play like all the characters, you can do that with Ultimate.
I mean, I would be fine if they ported Ultimate to, well, I guess if it's got backwards compatibility, they won't need
Yeah,
to.
it's gonna have back compat. Let's be honest.
It darn well better.
It's gonna have back compat. We all know it will. There's no way it won't. That would be insane.
Would be very upsetting.
It would be Crass Insane Trilogy.
The thing about the Insane Trilogy is that the only super polished remake in it is Crash 1, and they didn't have enough time to properly do Crash 2 and 3. So there's some weird.
Yeah, much
visuals
like
and
the
stuff in
GameSpot review.
Is that what they said?
No, they only beat like the first game and they barely played the second and third one.
Well, it's because the remake of Crash 1, I think, is legitimately, like, they actually made it a better game than the original Crash 1.
I've beaten all 3 and I thought all 3 were pretty okay. I mean,
I don't know, they're not, like, it doesn't, like, ruin them completely.
I think I much prefer Crash over Spyro because Spyro is much more like collectathon and Crash is more platforming.
I like Crash. Well, I've only played the first Spyro completely.
I just thought it was really tedious and boring. Like, all it was just like collecting stuff, going around the world, just finding the things. And all the collectibles weren't exactly hidden. So I just thought it was very, But Crash is like way more challenging, and that's why I like it, because of how hard it is a lot of the time.
See, that was never the appeal for me. For me, I just like the kind of controls and the colorful world, but challenge isn't really big what it was all about for me personally. I like that it was almost like a Looney Tunes video game. I feel like that aesthetic got a little bit lost in the Insane Trilogy. Cheers. I'd say I like the... I don't know. I feel like I like the kind of the tone of the visuals of the PS1 more. I kind of wish they'd managed to adapt that a bit better in the Insane Trilogy.
Please die. Yes. Thank you. Okay, I finally got the checkpoint. It's got like Avatar level. Avatar music level. Have you played the new Avatar game? I'm guessing you haven't, but...
No, and I never will. I can almost guarantee I never will.
I want to
Unless
play
it's
it, but I don't know.
The only way I think I would ever play the new Avatar game is if, like, someone really wanted me to play it, and they were like,
Yeah, I
begging
really
me
want you to
it.
play it. Play it, because it's got
Really?
all the
What?
new graphics and stuff. It looks really good. It's got all the new graphics.
If graphics were all it took, then a lot of bad games would be good. Sonic Forces would be good, because I'd say Sonic Forces has pretty good graphics.
Did you see the Avatar Way of Water?
Oh. I
I
saw
did.
the first one and I got dragged to see it more than once, and I have no desire to.
All I know is when I
any-
saw that, I went back to playing PS5 games, and they all looked terrible in comparison. So,
Well, I mean, I feel like a movie should look better than a video.
it was just such a leap in graphics. It looks so real.
I'm not really a huge graphics person.
I like tech. I like tech.
I like tech. I'm just not big on like more.
I watched it in 3D as well, so.
I'm just not a big fan of. I just don't. For me, like, I care more about cool things you can do with tech rather than making things look realistic. We're kind of at a point where it's like I don't feel like graphics in video games can really get much better. Like,
Yeah, kinda.
because like if you look at like the difference between like say a model, there was this really good image which shows like
It's
this is the
mostly
difference-
lighting that's the issue these days. Good
well,
lighting.
Well, there's this like really good graphic I saw where someone was like, this is like a model that's like I don't know 10 polygons or whatever, and then it's like this is a model with 100 polygons, and it shows like there's a huge difference there. But then when it's like here's a model with 10,000 polygons, and now here's a model with 100,000, and you can barely see a difference.
Yeah.
It's like
The amount of triangles on a model is definitely not that big of a deal nowadays, and it's more about the way what you do with those models.
yeah.
Like, lighting
like
is
we
so
should-
important, and art direction is just so important.
I think it's
Which is
more
why
likely
I
that,
think
like,
Spider-Man just doesn't look very good, because the lighting is all off and the art direction just doesn't look great.
which is why I think it's more likely we're just gonna start focusing more on pushing the technology of what games can do rather than how good they look. I think that's the direction we're probably headed in.
Yeah.
Oh right, this stumped me when I first did it the other day. Didn't realize. Like I think VR is probably when VR becomes like really accessible and easy to like use, set up and use. I think that's gonna really take off.
I don't know, because it still feels like it's a very hard thing for people to want to play, because of how, like, you have to put a thing on.
That's what I'm saying though. When it gets to the point where it's really
Yeah, but will
easy
it
to
ever
play-
do that? Because you're still going to have to wear some kind of, like, thing on your head, and people don't really like doing that.
Well, I think it'll get to a point where it'll become more comfortable.
Like, even I, who is interested in the tech, don't want to do it because of how it gives me, like, headache because of the weight
No,
of it.
well, I don't like wearing headset either. I'm saying though, like in theory, if they get to a point where like A, the headsets can be really easy to set up and really like clean and simple, and B, when they're super comfortable for like almost anyone to wear, I think that's when VR is going to really take off. And I think enough people believe in the potential of VR that we're going to keep pushing to that point. I just don't think we're going to be there for a while.
I want VR glasses that you can just, like, wear on your face, and they're just, like...
Well, you can get custom prescription lenses for.
That's not the point. That's not what I'm really saying. I'm saying, like, the actual headset is in glasses, and you just, like, wear the glasses, and that's the VR kit.
Well, like a pair of goggles almost.
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that would be cool.
The Quest 3 has, like, they have these new, like, pancake lenses, but they don't actually really take advantage of them because the headset is still massive. Where, like, there's other companies like HTC which are making these, like, goggle things, and they're, like, way smaller.
This
But they're not
level
really
is-
for PC, they're more for mobile, so that's the problem. I want one for PC.
I have an Oculus Quest, and I quite like it because you can use it wirelessly. But the problem is, I can't connect to my PC with like a consistent signal with it because
Yeah.
my.
Well, I heard
Wi-Fi-
the newer ones, they're like really good at, like, wirelessly connecting.
Well, the problem is that you need like there's like for two bands. There's like 1.5 gigahertz, 3 gigahertz. I forget exactly. but,
2.4
like,
gigahertz
basically-
and 5 gigahertz, yes.
Yeah, and like the one that gives it the fast connection is like I have to turn off the other one with my router, and that basically means nobody else in the house can use internet while I'm doing it, which is obviously not gonna work.
Well, the biggest problem I have is just how expensive they are. Like, they're still very expensive. Like, the Quest 3 is like £400. And I just can't warrant spending that much. Like, I would buy the PSVR 2.
I'm not gonna get PSVR 2.
It's just too expensive, and it doesn't even play PSVR 1 games, and you can't even use it on PC, so... If you could use it on PC, I'd probably get it. Because at the end of the day, all it is just like a freaking screen with like a freaking magnifying glass on it. I don't know why that costs so much money to make. Like, how does that £400?
That sounds like a very gross oversimplification of it.
I mean, yeah, they have the motion controls and stuff like that as well, but...
Yeah, you just need a magnifying glass and a pair of glasses. It's
Well, I mean,
easy.
that's how, like, Gear VR... That's how my Gear VR does it. I just put my phone in, like, the thing and it works, so...
I guess. No, it's just the way you said it was funny, that's all. You ever see the old Dr. Ashton's video, or I guess he's just Ashton's now, where he like did a thing where he's like, I'm gonna open up the Xbox 360 and look inside, and it had like a warranty banana in it and stuff.
Oh, really?
No, it was like a joke video where he was like opening up an Xbox, but there was a bunch of like stuff that obviously would be in an actual Xbox. Like, this is the warranty banana. When it's gone off, you know your warranty's expired.
I met Ashton's at a convention once.
Alright, he seems like a cool guy. I bet he was friendly.
Yeah, I was talking about the 3DS. I was asking him when the 3DS video is coming out. Because he does, like, retro gaming videos, like, he's done a few of them. Like, he did one on the N64 and the PS1. And... I think he did one on the Dreamcast. I'm not 100% sure. But... He did, like, a sponsorship for Cash Exchange where he looked at, like, old consoles. Which was cool. But he hasn't done one on the 3DS yet.
Still feels weird to me to think that stuff like the Wii and the 3DS is retro now. Still something I struggle to comprehend.
Well, the word retro is kind of like derivative. It has kind of lost the original meaning. Because the word retro is meant to be like a fashion that like emulates like a style from previous history. So it's not meant to be like the actual old thing itself, but like something that's copying the old thing. So
I guess
like
the style hasn't really changed that much.
Like the SNES Classic would be retro because it's copying an old thing. Or like Shovel Knight would be retro because it's copying something from the old. But like the SNES itself is not retro because it was made back then.
Yeah.
Like the more accurate terminology would be like vintage or like old school or something like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean when I say retro.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. Like, well, how do you define it? How do you define what is old and what is new?
I just mean, okay, retro was the wrong word. Old school. It's weird to me to think that the Wii is like a classic console now, basically. Like it's been long enough that it could be considered that.
But I mean, like, what has changed from then to today? Like, other than time, like back in like the Super Nintendo and PS1, we had like a strict distinction between the consoles from them and like now. But like with the Xbox 360 and like now, what has really changed? Nothing much has changed that much. Like, we were online back then. We had like digital downloads back then. So I don't know how. I don't really see them being retro in a sense compared to like the Super Nintendo and the PS1. Because those consoles were vastly different to the ones we have now. Where, like, the Xbox 360 and the PS3. They're not that different to the ones we have now, are they? That's why it's harder for me to call those kind of consoles retro.
Well, like I said, I wasn't really thinking. I just meant, like, old school. I didn't mean...
Yeah, I know what you mean, but, like, still, I'm just trying to say, like... Why the idea of it being retro is harder for people to fathom. Because of the fact that like, these consoles are very similar to what we have now.
I more just mean like the Wii doesn't feel like it was that long ago to me.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that long ago to me either. The 3DS feels like it just came out.
Yeah, same. PS4 as well. PS3.
Calling the PS4 retro is just fucking dumb though. Like seriously.
No, I don't think anyone's calling the PS4 retro. I just mean that like it feels weird to me to think that the PS4 came out a long time ago.
Yeah. So I mean, even like the GameCube doesn't really feel retro because it still feels very modern to our standards today. I don't know.
This level I'm on now is the furthest I've gotten in the game. I haven't managed to beat this level.
Well, it's very hard, so.
No, this
Because I'm
level is
struggling.
hard. Difficult level. This is probably the hardest level so far, or at least it is for now because I haven't the hang of it. I don't like the rocket barrels. I don't like that. I swear you just tap it a teeny bit and then it's like always goes further up than you think it's gonna go.
Yeah.
At least the music's nice. It's like that Geometry Dash game.
I never really played that.
Well, there's some games where you're in like a rocket ship that basically controls just like this, where it's like it goes up when you hold the button and it falls when you let go.
Yeah. Have you ever played Super Hexagon?
I have not, but it sounds familiar.
That game was like really popular. It was kind of similar to that.
I like those. I like rhythm games where like you do platforming to a rhythm. I think that's why I like the ones in Rayman Legends so much. I want a whole game like that.
I prefer like the Project Diva game. So like Fiat Rhythm Final Fantasy or something like that.
I liked the Kingdom Hearts rhythm.
Oh, I didn't see... I haven't played it, but I heard a lot of people say it wasn't that great, so... I heard they would say it was like very basic.
It is very basic. It's not. It's just. I just thought it was a fun little game. I just wish we could have more things like that, where we just get like a little installment. That's just.
I wish we got like a Zelda rhythm game. That would be so great, like a Zelda Fiat Rhythm.
They should make it just a Nintendo rhythm game, full stop, because there's so much good Nintendo music.
No, but Zelda though.
I mean, yeah, but like you could take any Nintendo franchise
Oh, shit.
almost and make like a good rhythm game out of it because there's so much good Nintendo
Yeah.
music. You take Mario, Donkey Kong, Zelda.
Just Mario Galaxy music.
Almost every. I think every Mario music game's got good music. Or at least all the major ones.
Oh fuck! This is impossible. How am I supposed to do this?
But obviously, Mario Galaxy.
How are you meant to do that? How?
No, I'm sorry. Can't help you. I can't actually see the stream because it's doing that thing again for me where the stream isn't playing. I also
Refresh it.
I couldn't really look at it anyway because I have to look completely away from the screen to see it.
Can we pause a second? I'm gonna check. Wrong button.
No, it's still doing it for me where it's like it says you're live, but when I actually go to your stream, it just shows the offline screen. Like there's a red ring around your like profile picture, which it says you're live.
Weird. Gotta try.
If you could still watch it fine, then it probably is
No,
just
I
on my end.
can't.
So.
I'm not able to, so I'm gonna have to restart the stream.
Hopefully the VOD will still be saved.
It is saved, but...
Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong.
See, now it's up. I changed the bit, I lowered the bitrate and now it works. I don't understand it. Like when I have the bitrate above a certain limit, it turns off. But then,
Oh yeah, it's up for me now as well.
what the hell? What the fuck? What a lot of bullshit. Are they fucking kidding me? Are they kidding me with this bullshit? How dare you do that to me?
No, it's working now. It's supposed to.
Wish you would have said something sooner, because I didn't know that.
Huh? Oh,
Wish
I
you
said yesterday. I said yesterday, but
Yeah, but
you
it was
said you
working
could still-
fine for me yesterday, but now it's not working, so...
Well, I just assumed. Well, I assumed it was a problem on my end, and the fact that it was still happening today meant I just assumed the same problem was happening.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really have any reason to believe it was any different, truthfully.
No, that's fine. Well...
This is the part where I always get smashed.
At least your video looks better now.
It does. Although I'm looking at my TV and not the screen. Probably looks.
I was
better on
looking
the
at my
stream.
monitor last night, and... it was actually really, like low latency, like, it didn't have much latency whatsoever.
On your PC monitor.
Yeah, like when I capture.
All right, there's not a lot on this PC on this either. It's like
Well, for me, it was like barely any. Like I was like pressing it. It was like barely, like less than like. It was like not even like 100 milliseconds. It feels like.
no on my Elgato there was a solid like 1 to 2 second delay on that, whereas there's like
Yeah. Well, that was
barely
because
any.
it was like USB 2 and this is USB 3, I think. So
Yeah.
it's just like more bandwidth, which
Also
means
just-
it can like travel data faster.
Mhm.
Because USB 2 only has like 20 megabyte per second, where like USB 3 has like way more than that.
I mean, it's still not like instant. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't play that footage, but I don't think there's.
Or
really
if it
any
was a
capture
USB
card.
4, it might be instant, but we don't have USB 4 capture cards yet. To be fair, USB 4 is kind of a scam because it's basically just USB 3 again, but like
Oh, I thought you were kidding. I didn't think USB 4 was actually a thing.
it is a thing, but like it's so confusing because there's like different types of USB. Like there's like 5 gigabit, 10 gigabit, 15 gigabit, 20 gigabit, and then there's like 40 gigabit as well. It's so very confusing. But yeah, USB 4 is now a thing. I don't think it's any different to USB 3. They had like USB 3 and then USB 3.1 and then USB 3.2 and they were all exactly the same.
Mhm.
I think USB 4 might be like 10 gigabit minimum. I'm not sure. USB 3 normal is just 5 gigabit though.
Yeah. Oh,
Which is still pretty good. I mean, that's like 500 megabyte per second. It's like the same as my internet speed. What's internet you got? What internet speed is you?
Well, it's like I said before. It's like I'm not getting the full of it because I'm using the
Yeah.
Ethernet for my electric.
Well, what is the
outlet.
advertised speed?
I think it's supposed to be like 500 up or something.
Mine's 500 up and like 70 down.
Or maybe not that
No,
much.
I mean
but
like
definitely-
500 down, 70 up is what I meant, yeah. But I pay,
some
my mum
reason-
pays like so much money for it, it's ridiculous.
For some reason, I get really good upload here in my room, but like right next to the monitor on Wi-Fi, I don't get much up. I get way better download, but barely any upload. Which I guess is probably not a terrible thing because it means like good for streaming, but like I can stream at basically any quality without dropping frames. But my upload is better than my download in my room. I don't really understand that.
I don't really understand that either why the upload is so low for your Wi-Fi.
Like,
Maybe it's like
the oppo-
prioritizing like Wi-Fi.
I wouldn't say my upload's my upload is low downstairs and high downstairs, but up here it's the opposite. It's like, well, it's not like low, but it's like a lot lower than it is downstairs.
Okay.
I mean, the internet I have is enough to do the things I want to do for the most part. I don't really do.
I mean, I like having fast uploads because it means my YouTube videos get uploaded faster. But to be fair, most of my YouTube is just like the encoding it.
Alright, this
on
is new
YouTube.
for me now. This is new and this is awesome. I'm a snowball. So the rest of the stream is going to be me just in wonder over all the cool things in this game while you're just beating the game.
Trying, but I keep getting killed.
No, I much prefer being a snowball to riding a rocket.
I got the 7800X 3D, which is the fastest gaming CPU ever. So now every game I can play, except I haven't got a good graphics card. All I need is a 4090 and then I can play like every game ever.
I want to get. I kind of want to have a non-Intel CPU, but I don't really think changing your. I don't even know how, or if you even can just like change your CPU, and I wouldn't know how to do it.
Well, you would need a new motherboard.
Oh, I'm so bad. I'm not good with like the hardware side of computers. I would pay someone to do it for me if I could. I don't even know who to look for. I'd want it because there's a lot of people who don't really know what they're doing, even when they offer services.
You're right, they don't.
Like
Especially
I
Dell.
got this one. I like hired this one person to like come look at a problem with my computer, and he couldn't figure out how to open the case, and I wasn't sure either. But then like a couple days later, I found out you can literally just slide the side panel off and open the case. And I was like, this guy who does this for a living couldn't figure that out.
So wait, you paid him and they didn't even do the job?
Well, he said I didn't have to pay him because he couldn't figure it out.
That's good
but,
then. I was gonna say.
Yeah, no, I don't. That's why I hesitated a bit when I said hired, but I couldn't think of a different word to use, so I just said hired.
You mean like you consulted with somebody, like to come around and do like
Yeah.
a inspection?
Yeah, like I contacted him.
The Amazon, there's like options on Amazon where you pay like 50 quid to come somebody install like something, and like some of the stuff is just like so like ridiculous, like install an SSD 50 quid. It's like mad.
That's like paying someone to plug in like a Nintendo cartridge.
Yeah. It's not hard to plug in an SSD. The hardest thing to do with a computer is like installing like the plugs in a motherboard. That's what I think. But like for like RAM, like video cards, SSDs, that's all very easy.
GAN's customer support is pretty good, but the problem is they don't do house calls, so I'd have to actually send my PC in. And I don't... That means I'd have to pack it with all the foam and stuff on the inside, and I'm just nervous I'm gonna do it wrong. I don't know. I feel like at that point I'd rather just get a new PC when I can afford it. I got this PC with the idea that it would last a while, so I'm a little annoyed that I'm having weird tech issues. Like
What
the
is your
Intel
tech
CPU.
issue?
Well, I was having that. I think you remember I told you I was having that problem with Baldur's Gate 3 where it like kept stuttering and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's a really small stutter. I don't know. Maybe I didn't tell you. Maybe I told someone else. But
Did
it's
you
like,
not get like a warranty for it?
I think warranty's expired by now.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it expired like at the end of last. Like, excuse me. Just gonna be.
Oh, I'll pause. Gotta take some water anyway.
Oh, holy, sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cough. Wait, let me drink some water. You can keep going. It's fine.
No, I'll pause. No point going if you're. Ugh.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Oh, I thought I muted.
So did
Oh,
you
wait.
never fix the problem with the stuttering?
No, I didn't. I just like it's only in Baldur's Gate 3, and it's so small that I'm still not sure if it's all in my head or not. But I like tried a lot of different things. Like I reinstalled basically every driver. I like reset window. I did like a Windows reset,
Yeah.
and I followed a bunch of different instructions.
Your mic cut again.
But it's like I still don't really know what the problem is. I
Your
also
mic
did,
cut out
like,
again. It just went like blank and then.
Wait, yours cut out?
No, yours cut out.
What? My microphone?
Yeah, like it was just like silent, and then.
Oh, might have been. I don't know. It might have been a connection thing.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, before I did mute it when I was coughing. If you mean like just now, then that was.
No, I didn't mean like that. It doesn't matter. It should be fine now.
If you hear it again, let me know.
Okay.
Might be that I tugged on the wire or something. Wow, this game's pretty difficult. No, I didn't fix the Baldur's Gate 3 thing, but I also still don't know. I mean, the main two tech problems I've sort of noticed is that that sort of ever so slight stuttering in Baldur's Gate 3 that's like super small but annoying enough that I can't ignore it, and also when I screen share games on Discord, they crash sometimes.
Oh.
Like the game, no, not Discord, like the game itself crashes, and it's happened with like a few different people. And it happens completely randomly.
How many
just
watts
no-
is your power supply? Maybe it's a problem with the power supply. It's like overloading
so.
it. I don't know. How big is your
think
power
I-
supply?
I don't know. I just remember getting a pretty good one. Like I remember going out of my way to make sure I had a pretty good power supply.
Because it says like for a 38 you need to lose like 750 watts. So.
I definitely made sure to pick one that could do like everything I had for the PC.
Okay.
Like I remember like making a point of that when I got it.
I have like an 850 watt one, and I use so little of it. It barely like the fan on it barely turns on ever. Something's gone wrong with your capture card, by the way. Like it's completely frozen.
So's your video on your stream.
No, mine's still there.
On the live stream right now both our videos are frozen. Oh, but yeah, I see what you mean. Actually, my capture previews.
I've paused it, so like that's why I've frozen it. But your video is just like stuck.
No, you're right. What's going on? What is happening?
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes.
Or OBS that's messed up. Oh, I think it might just be an OBS problem.
Yeah, maybe like quit OBS and then like start it again. I don't know.
Oh, it's done this thing. It's done this before, and I don't remember how I fixed it, but
Just exit
How's this
OBS and then go back into it.
yeah, it's done this before where the OBS preview stops updating for some reason. Sorry about this. I don't know what causes it, but
It's
Maybe
capture,
that's
video capture.
yeah, I don't know why I did display capture. Video capture device. Yep. There we go. That's weird. Oh, let me just crop this quickly because it has some black borders. It's kind of hard to see them actually. Whatever. I'm just gonna hope that that's enough. And okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Oh wait. was your stream?
Hmm.
Okay.
I'm just trying to do the just trying to make sure it looks good on shit.
Oh yeah, sorry, of course, because I deleted the source, so the colors have got reset. Damn it.
No, it's fine. The colors are fine actually.
All right,
It's
because
just
these
the
are
actual video itself is like
What's wrong with it?
a bit big. But I need to like.
Really? Because it's the same. It's taking up the screen like before. What do you mean by big? Should I stop playing?
Yeah, don't stop playing Grit yet. I'm just trying to like make it scale properly. That should be fine. That should be fine. I just need to put my one over there. Okay, let's go.
For some reason your stream isn't moving for me. Like it's on, like I can see like the screenshot, but it's like it was playing before, but now it's not.
Let me check.
Oh. Like the actual on Twitch, like it's just showing the still. It's like it's not showing the offline screen, but like there's no movement.
Well, I can see it from my end, so.
All right, oh, don't worry about it.
Oh fuck. Here. Yeah, if you refresh it, maybe it will start working.
I refreshed it once. Yeah, what happens is it like weird. It like whatever.
I don't know, cause I go onto the one I'm on, and it just looks fine. So.
Yeah, no. What happens for me is like it updates to whatever the current frame is when I refresh it.
But what? You went out again.
But no, it's because I stopped talking. Um, no, it's like
I'm on my
only
phone and
when-
I can play it fine. So.
What about on browser? Oh, you know what? Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. Maybe because of the browser you're using. I don't know.
Well, it was working before, is what I'm saying. It's only now. That
Well,
it's not
I have no idea because it works fine on my phone and on my computer. So.
Well, like I said, it was working for me before, but it's not working now. I'm just using Chrome. I'm not using anything crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know how to deal with tech issues anymore. Because I don't know what a good person to talk to is, and I don't want to have to, like, send my PC away. I'm gonna worry I'm gonna package it wrong, and it's gonna just be a mess. I don't want to just go get a new PC, because I went out of my way to make sure that this one would be pretty future-proof.
You shouldn't have to.
Plus, this one was pretty expensive as well. Let me try to get up.
I think the OBS is in 1080p and not 720p, so maybe you should try changing it to 720p, so it's 60 FPS.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It should just be in properties.
I'm also just gonna check the stream again to make sure.
No, you just go to device default and then you change that to custom.
Oh, yeah.
And then put 720p on it.
Okay. Is that better?
Let me check. Yeah, seems good.
Oh, now your stream's playing for me.
Okay.
Just have to restart the browser, I guess. Maybe it was just a weird.
I'm on the Fear Factory level.
What that is. This is all new territory to me now. Fear Factory.
It's the level that has the really good music.
Say that like I should know it.
You'll know it.
I haven't played this game before, though.
You played the original Donkey Kong Country, though.
Not extensively. Only like the first couple levels. If it's a remix of something from Donkey Kong Country, I might recognize it from having heard it somewhere else, though.
Yeah. That went well.
Is this called Donkey Kong Country Returns Tropical Freeze or just Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze?
It's just Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Oh.
Because he's not returning, because he already returned.
Yeah. I didn't think so. I just couldn't remember if it wasn't like New Super Mario Bros. Or something. I don't think New Super Mario Bros. Is a very good game. A very good name, not a good game. No, it is a good game. I don't think that's a good game.
Yeah, it's not that great of a name. It's not new, is it? It's old, just like the new 3DS. It's not new, is it?
I just feel like branding anything as new is just something that's gonna age poorly, no matter what. It's got any like assured success in the future. Though that said, they probably didn't intend to make New Super Mario Bros. Into a series when they first made it. They probably just ported the one game and then it just became a series after that.
Probably, yeah. It did so well the first one, though. It was it did like so many copies sold. Made bank.
Honestly, the thing that made me buy the game was the advert on TV when I saw Mario grow giant with the super duper mushroom.
Yeah. I think it was cool how they brought that in Mario Kart Wii as well. Like that's a item in Mario Kart Wii. It's like you get big.
I don't remember. Is it in?
I don't think
Mario
it is.
Kart.
No, it's only in Mario Kart Wii. Sad day.
There are rooms in this constant state where it's either too hot or too cold and like nothing in between.
Same.
I was sweating with my jumper on, so I took it off and now I'm cold.
This game is getting very hard.
world really does just ramp it up a lot. I mean, I guess if any world's going to be the hardest, it should be the last one.
I want some rupees.
Playing the wrong game for that.
No, this is the right game.
Is there an Easter egg or something?
I don't know. Maybe.
You said you wanted rupees, so I wasn't sure.
Could be.
Not be where you. What made you say you wanted rupees?
Because I need health.
Rupees don't give you health.
Yeah, well.
Even in Zelda, rupees don't give you health.
Zelda CDI.
Do they give you health in Zelda?
No.
Ah!
I did it!
What did you do?
The level.
Yep. Nice.
That level you're on is really hard.
No! Why are you so heavy, Donkey Kong?
I got one more level left. There are so many levels in this world that, like, just beating it, it's not that long, but, like, 100%ing it, like doing all the levels, it takes a lot longer. Than just, like, there's, like, a load of extra levels you can get. It's, like, twice as many. Like, there's, like, just as many extra levels as there is, like, normal levels, it feels like. Plus, you get, if you get every single Kong letter, you get, like, an extra stage. Did you know that?
That's how you get this. Is that how you get the stage? You mean like everyone in the whole game?
Every single Kong letter in the game, and you get a extra stage.
Alright. Okay.
No, it's not an extra stage, it's an extra world, I mean. But it's like, there's like 4 stages inside the world. So it's like a mini world, kinda.
Alright.
But they're like super hard levels.
I didn't think this game needed it. It's cool that they have that though.
They have that in Mario Wonder too, like a secret star world kind of thing. But like, you just get there, like, you unlock them as you go throughout the game. You unlock the levels as you go throughout the game. I feel like Mario Odyssey has too many like mini levels and not enough like big levels. Mario Wonder, I mean, like a lot of the, like half the levels are just like small mini challenges and not like actual levels.
What about, how would you say, if you had to pick a favorite between Mario U and Mario Wonder, which do you like better?
I don't know. I think Luigi U is pretty cool though. But I don't know if, I think Mario U is probably worse because it's just like, other than the, like
What
the
about
level
between
design and...
What about between Luigi U and Mario Wonder?
I don't know, that's hard. Because Luigi U has really cool level design, I think. Probably one of the best DLC expansions ever, I think.
Do you think there's any new Super Mario Brothers games besides Luigi U that are better than Mario Wonder?
I don't know, maybe New Super Mario Bros. 2 because that is like a really cool gimmick. And that's kind of my guilty pleasure game.
Why are you guilty about it?
Because it's not like, most people don't really see it as that good of a game, so... Like, people feel like it's just a very generic game, but I feel like it's much more than that.
I'll admit I'm kind of in the camp of not loving it. I mean, I beat it, but...
The one on the 3DS I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
I just like getting all the coins in Gold Mario, it's cool. I think it's cool.
I don't think there's anything wrong with liking a game like that.
I feel like it did enough to make it like really unique compared to like the other New Super Mario Bros. Games. Where New Super Mario Bros. U was just like Mario, Wii, and HD. And that was about it.
I mean, if you felt that way about it,
I did.
power to you. I mean, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know why people say like
No.
Mario U was like the best one hands down. I don't think it was the best one. I think it's like worse than Mario Wii, to be honest. In a way.
They all kind of just feel the same to me. I feel bad saying that, but they honestly all
Well, don't
just
you
the
feel
same.
like the one on the 3DS kind of does feel like they do something to like make it a bit more unique? Because
I mean, I guess the coin thing's kind of interesting, but it doesn't really make me feel like I'm playing like a different game completely. But I guess that's no. I mean, the coin thing's kind of fun, I guess, but it didn't.
and they have like the mini game mode, the coin rush mode, where you like get as many coins as possible.
I mean, the thing that you get on your head when like that makes you get coins whenever you move is kind of that's fun.
There's also like these insanely hard DLC levels that I still can't beat. In like,
Oh, that game kills.
there was some of the DLC in that game is so friggin' hard. It's like the hardest 2D Mario ever.
I hear the 3DS port of Minecraft is bad.
Is it? Why's that?
I don't know. I saw a video saying that. And I didn't really watch it, to be honest. But I just I've heard people say that it's like the worst port of Minecraft, or one of them at least. Minecraft, you'd think wouldn't be a very demanding game, but because it doesn't like.
I would say the Wii U version is the worst because it didn't even have like the second screen thing as an option. Like, why did they not do that?
That is. Does Minecraft actually like use the second screen though?
Well,
Like,
it would be
Wii-
good for like items and stuff. Like the 3DS does it for it. The 3DS version uses it.
I don't think that's enough to say it's the worst version though, because that would that alone. I don't think that alone would make it the worst version.
Oh, what version is the worst then? Because that's like the most pointless version to have, I feel like.
I mean, but by that logic, any version with one screen is a
No,
a
but the
bad
problem
version
is,
as
like,
well.
yeah, it's barely, it's just like, there's not, like, the graphics are the worst, like, the amount of stuff you could do in it is the worst, because it's limited.
Really?
I guess, like, the mobile version, like, worse than that, or something like
So
that.
what's limited in the Wii U version?
The amount of, like, world size and stuff like that, like, the amount of... And also the DLC you can get, like, the content.
I mean,
I don't know, maybe I am being over dramatic. I feel like the iPod Touch version might be worse.
I don't know anything about the Wii U version of Minecraft, so I'm basically just hearing you out. Basically,
I think
don't
it's just
know,
like the PS Vita version, but on Wii U. That's what I heard.
I mean, does it run okay?
I don't know.
Because I think one of the things that people didn't like about the 3DS is that it maybe like runs bad or something, just based on what I saw of it.
Maybe it does. I don't know. Never actually played it. I know
To be honest-
Hyrule Warriors on the 3DS, like playing it on an old
I've-
3DS, runs awfully. It's like 10 FPS.
Oh, I didn't even know you could play it on the old.
Yeah, you could, and it's not a good idea though.
'Cause I played it on the new 3DS. I thought the 3DS version of that game was actually alright.
I just kind of feel like it's redundant when you have like the Wii U version and it looks like so much better. Like it looks like a DS
Well,
game.
They added a little bit of extra content. didn't they?
Yeah, but then they added that to the Switch version. So.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't know that was going to be a thing back then. Though.
Yeah, but like I'd rather just like, is it really worth playing it on a 3DS to just play the extra content? I don't know.
I mean, it was enough to get me to play it.
Well, I did buy the game, but I didn't really play it because, like, I didn't really want to play the entire game again on that. It's just on the 3DS.
Depends on the person, really.
I guess so. Yeah. I thought part of the appeal was like the visual style to it, and like the 3DS just looked so low res that.
I don't think it kills the visual style. I think it's still intact. Just a bit.
Well, to me, it looked
Just
like
lower
it looked like a DS game, so. And not like a
I don't know.
3DS game, a DS game, like.
I'd say. I mean, I kind of get what you're saying, but I don't know. I thought it looked alright. I mean, I wasn't really playing it for the graphics anyway. I mean, yeah, it did look better on the Wii U, but I think I don't know. I enjoyed it. Spent a decent amount of time with it. I never finished Hyrule Warriors. Well, I mean, I finished the story mode, but I never did much of like the adventure maps because they take 800 years.
Yes, they do. I think I did like the first one, and
I kind of want to do them one day, but
Well, I did, like, I tried to do them on the Switch version. Got pretty far, too. Well, I got...
I mean,
I
I
seem
think the
to
Switch
remember
version
doing the
definitely-
first one.
The French version is definitely like the definitive version.
It's even called the Definitive Edition.
Yeah, I thought it was, but like it is like it's not like Rayman Legends where it's like it's stupid. It's not a deserved name. Like it actually is the definitive version. Minus the fact that I think the Wii U version looked better. I think.
Yeah, I wish they had an option to, like, change the lighting to be, like, Wii U.
I guess they were trying to. I don't really know because it doesn't seem like something they would have done by accident. It seems like something.
The lighting change is, like, very similar to what they did with the Smash Ultimate, because, like, it's much more saturated and brighter. Like, where, like, Smash Wii U was all, like, dark and stuff, with, like, dark blue. But then, like, Smash Ultimate looked all bright and saturated, which is exactly what happened with
I thought the colors looked kind of washed out. Smash compared to.
You thought they looked washed out in Ultimate compared to Wii U, or Wii U looked washed out compared to Ultimate?
Maybe it's well compared to the 3DS version of Smash Bros. I thought Ultimate looked really washed out. I found like an old screenshot of 3DS Ultimate, and it like looks way more colorful. Like,
I just feel like it looks really saturated and.
I like Ultimate.
I'm on the final boss now, by the way. Keep fucking getting hit though. Now that went well.
If I ever made a game, I would definitely want to put Ultimate on it.
If you ever made a game,
Yeah.
have you made a game before?
I mean, does this old Sonic fan game in the Games Factory when I was like 12 probably doesn't count.
Could do a
even
race
though
on
I
that,
was,
yeah.
No.
That's
I
the
really
next
hate that
versus.
game. I mean, honestly, I wish I still had it. I don't know where it is anymore. I've lost it. It was not good though. I can say that confidently.
The only games I've made is with Construct, and I'm not great at it.
I intentionally made the game really hard because I thought it would be really funny. I was like 12 at the time.
Constructs is pretty good, but the problem is I just suck at making stuff. I'm not good with, like, physics and drawing and everything to do with game design.
I just mean more like from a creative standpoint. If I were making a game, I'd want to have hub worlds in it. Like having hub worlds in games.
I just want to make a 2D platform. I like
Yeah,
these
hub-
games.
You have hub worlds in 2D.
Have you played Indivisible, which is like an RPG 2D platformer game?
I think I played like the first hour or two of it.
I want to kind of make my game like that, but more platforming and less RPG. I thought that game had a really cool art style.
No, it really did. That was one of the reasons I ended up playing it. I think. Really.
I remember playing it at a convention, I think. I played Hollow Knight Silksong in 2019 at a convention, and it still hasn't come out.
Yeah, they're really taking their time with that.
It's kind of funny. Maybe it'll never come out, and I'll be like one of the few people that actually has played it. Wouldn't that be a feat? I played Year 2K at a convention like 3 years before it came out as well.
Oh, Yeek?
Yeah, Yeek. Year 2K. It's the
Oh,
official.
that game was interesting. I didn't play it, but I saw Oni Plays play it.
I haven't played it yet. I wanted to play it because
Like the art, it's got some fun looking stuff in it, but the main character seems like kind of an asshole.
it's meant to be like a kind of Earthboundy game. Like
Yeah.
I haven't played the other quirky Earthbound games. There's so many of them. There's so many Earthbound inspired games. It's an entire genre.
Undertale.
Yeah, Undertale was like the original Earthbound like game.
Earthbound's a very beloved game. It makes sense. Surprised Nintendo hasn't made more of them. Capitalize on it.
I don't know why.
It is strange to me that Nintendo aren't making any more of those, considering how much of a kind of hit they've become. Like, they haven't at least tried to make like one new one. I mean, I guess you can't. I guess I say that like making a big RPG is like just one new one. I don't know. They should find a way to like test the waters, be like to try and engage interest in a possible.
Maybe they're scared of the Mother fans being like, where the fuck is Mother 3?
I don't know why they. Yeah, they should. Well, that's what they should do to test it. They should release Mother 3.
Well, the problem is, they don't want to go through the hassle of maybe like censoring it or whatever, because it has some risky stuff in it.
Really?
Yeah, like somebody commits suicide in it and they have like drugs in it. They like go on a drug trip and stuff like that. So it would definitely not be like getting an E rating. And then people would complain about it being censored, and then
I mean,
they just don't want to deal with it.
That
But
was-
apparently, before Iwata died, Reggie said he was planning to release it, but then it just never went through. So they might have, if Iwata was still alive, they may have released it, but I don't know about that. I don't know if it would ever happen.
it should have.
Well, there's like many reasons why it isn't happening. Like sales, they don't know if it's going to sell well.
I mean, how? I mean, I don't. I mean, if it's just a port, though, I mean, how? I don't know how. Could it really be that expensive? To, like,
Well, they would need to localize it first.
yeah, but even then, like, just like making a localization versus making a whole new game is like. I'm sure there must be some way they could do it.
I remember they had the
feel like-
Japanese version on the Wii U eShop.
I feel like making a localization of Mother 3 would be for like a worldwide release would be a safer bet than risking making a whole new Mother game and having it not sell. I feel like
I guess so. I
Yeah.
don't know. But like the thing is, everybody that's wants to play Mother has probably already played it because of the fan translation. So
not necessarily. There might be some people who just have a fancy. Like I might play it if they released it officially. Like there are some people. Not everyone does that kind of stuff. People will only play stuff if they can like buy it on a console. Or something.
I just feel like it's not going to happen because if it was going to happen, it would have happened already. You know.
Never give up.
I can't give up. I kind of gave up after 2015.
I mean, if people are still talking about the game now.
I mean, people will talk about the game because they like. I don't think many people are talking about releasing Mother 3 anymore. I think most people don't really. They're kind of
No,
given up asking for it.
Doesn't mean they don't want it.
I mean, if you
I
want
don't
it,
know.
just get it. Just play it now. Get
There's
it.
value in buying it though versus.
Yeah, we'll buy it from Japan. I bought it from Japan.
I mean, there's something to be said about buying a game that's just translated versus buying a game and then flipping it and applying a patch to it. Especially with the way they use the mess of the retro games market. Or used games market.
Well, they're not going to release it, so that's the option.
You don't know that. For
I
sure.
do know that because it's been like 20 years and they still haven't released it, so...
You don't know it is possible they won't, but you never know.
Well, it's more, it's
Okay.
the possibility of them not is more possible than they will, as well.
feel like it sounds more like you just don't want it to happen than that.
I'm
than that
I'm
you
indifferent of it happening
Okay.
because I already have a copy of it, so I don't really care if they do it or not.
I mean, even if I had a copy, I've still got copies of Sonic games they don't sell anymore, but I still wish they'd be released. Not just, I don't know. It's just I just believe in the preservation of games. I guess. I just find it strange that a giant cult classic like Mother 3 is in such a weird spot where you can't like conveniently just play it. You gotta kind of go out of your way a bit.
This is a hard boss.
Yeah, I remember Amelia Watson playing it and struggling a bit.
Who's Amelia Watson?
Hololive VTuber.
Played Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why is that a surprise?
Well, I wasn't surprised. I don't know.
I mean, VTubers are just Let's Players with an avatar, basically.
Get hit, boy.
It's always weird to me when people act like VTubers is this weird thing when they don't understand, where it really is just as simple as someone doing a Let's Play with a little animated avatar with like motion tracking.
I just don't understand the whole like job system of it, like how they like get like it's like kind of like K-pop where they're like part of this like clan thing or whatever.
It's because a lot of them have like, I mean, the way it works is basically, I mean, there's indies as well who are just like Let's Players, but essentially they have like a network of people who are these like characters playing games, and essentially they're like a unit. They also do like music and stuff. It's kind of like just a talent agency that does like.
Yeah, that's why I don't
streams,
understand. Why does there need to be a talent agency for Twitch streamers when like most Twitch streamers are just doing it on their own? It just seems
well,
very
because-
artificial, like artificial comedy, artificial like talent.
Artificial. What do you mean?
Like they're like just getting people like the same thing like with like actors and stuff where they like plant them into like the thing. They find people and then they just like plant them in. It just doesn't feel very genuine that they're like just normal people.
You are. I mean, they're people who audition. People audition to be the roles. They don't just pick up random people off the street.
Yeah, but it still doesn't feel very genuine that like they're not like.
What is
just...
that even? What do you even mean?
I mean, when you watch a Twitch streamer, you feel like you're just like a normal person, not like there's some like actor or something.
I mean, how many VTubers have you actually seen?
Not many, but I watch some.
Make-
Not really. Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I don't have no idea what they do. You just said they were a talent agency, so that's what I think of when I think of talent agency. I think of
well,
like
well,
actors.
Well, it's a bit like how Mythic OTK is like, you know, they're like it's just like a VTuber agency, kind of like.
I don't really know what that is though.
Basically, it's like a network that like helps them deal with. It's like kind of like.
Or like a
there's few
multi-channel
u-
network. Okay.
No, it's hard to. It's like, what's the best way to think of it? It's like. It's a bit. I guess it's a bit like Polaris used to be. That was the
Okay.
thing. It's like they're not like forced to. They're not like. Oh, like. They do their own independent activities, but they're part of like a network. That basically just means that company gets a cut of their revenue, and in exchange, that company will help them with
Okay.
like finding sponsorships or like getting
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
or
it's like
like
a
the-
partnership. Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
Though it kind of came from I don't know. Anyway, yeah, basically they do. Hololive specifically does like YouTube streams, but they also run like do like music and covers, and they do like big stage performances and stuff, and they do merch as well.
I just find it's a bit weird, like how they all like they're all VTubers, and it's like it's just for VTubers. It's like a cult or something.
I mean, they were kind of made with, the company was kind of started with that specific in it, because they also like have like lore behind them that makes them all like connected in a way.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Well, it's like they
I don't
give
really
the-
get that.
I mean, a lot of VTubers are just on Twitch, just doing their own thing, just with an animated avatar, and some of them even show their face every now and then. Like,
Yeah, I can
some of them-
understand. Like I've seen them, yeah. Like I watch a few of them.
I mean, but the ones in Hololive basically just do the same thing, just they also are part of a company where they like release music and merch and stuff sometimes.
Oh, please stop getting hit.
But I think the Hololive VTubers get a lot of restrictions on like how they're supposed to act and stuff because they're representing a company a bit more directly, whereas something like OTK, for example, is more like it is just a network they're part of that like gives them benefits, whereas they are kind of like being the brand. So I guess Hololive is specifically and stuff like that is a bit different than like just being a Let's Player, but it's also very similar as well. Just like some of the surrounding format is a bit different, but the actual content itself is basically just Let's Plays
Yeah.
and music.
Well, I don't really watch Twitch streams anyway, so
They're actually YouTube. Hololive.
yeah, but like live streams in general. So I mostly just watch like manual, just normal videos.
I will admit, most of the stuff I see of live streams is from people who've made clips of them and stuff like that. There was one VTuber that became the official Sonic ambassador, though.
Egoraptor, yeah.
No. It was the one that succeeded him.
Egoraptor
Egoraptor.
2.0.
Egoraptor's not an ambassador.
Egoraptor's son.
No, it was Inogami Korone, VTuber from
I don't
Holland.
know who that is.
Well, I just told you.
Yeah, but I still don't know who it is.
A VTuber from Hololive, now you know.
Is that like a different planet?
Hololive is the agency.
Reminds me like Oz from Summer Wars, kinda.
I guess the whole VTuber thing sort of really started with Kizuna AI. If you don't know who Kizuna AI is, don't worry. I'm a big fan of VTubers. I watch a lot of them. It was during COVID where they really took off with nobody doing them. Oh my god, I actually beat this level.
I just prefer like people to be. I just prefer watching people that are like more personal. I like.
Well, I mean, you're generalizing a little bit when you say VTubers aren't personal because
Well,
I mean, some of them
they're
are-
like they're portraying a persona.
not all of them. Some of
Well,
them
why are
just using
they
an
why are
avatar.
they using an anime avatar then if they're not portraying a persona? Because they're trying to be something that they're not.
Just some people just like to have a little avatar on screen. Like there's one VTuber called Kayson who literally just did it because she didn't want to put on her makeup every time she streamed. So she just made like an anime avatar of herself. Some people just like the idea of being being a little animated character, and even if they don't always act like the character. They just have the character on the screen. Just it's like having a profile picture almost. It's like, you know, the person isn't like someone with like a Donkey Kong profile picture isn't necessarily pretending to be Donkey Kong.
I guess so, but like some of them are kind of creepy. Like they have big boobs and stuff.
What? Why is that creepy? That's like 90% of anime.
No, not 90% of anime. Not.
I mean, that's a lot of anime, though. Like anime, like by that logic, anime.
Yeah, but they're like moving, like they're like talking and moving and stuff. And it just weirds me out.
Oh. Yeah, well, if you're not into it, yeah. Anime
We definitely
has
like
that-
different streamers.
No, it's not just that I only like YouTubers. I like other streamers as well. Like you. That's why
Yeah,
it's not-
you watch me all the time.
I watch you sometimes. I think you
Ah. See, the reason I don't have my face is because I don't have a webcam.
Yeah, you could get one if you really wanted one.
could, but it's impossible for me to like have my face because my TV is like way too big and it doesn't fit a webcam. So also I like having like full screen gameplay most of the time.
I mean, sometimes it's just a case of how like people want to be seen as like with VTubers. People just want to use like a little bit like how Ding Dong from Only Plays never like showed his face like he just looked like a weird alien creature in all the thumbnails. It's just what he wanted to look like. Just fun in people associating you with a different image than what you actually look like.
I still haven't beaten the boss yet.
Alright, you got plenty of time. I don't even know how to beat the boss, so even when I get there, like, you're still gonna be in the lead, really.
You bitch. Oh fuck!
I mean, I also feel like even people who aren't VTubers are always to some degree putting on a persona when they're streaming.
Yeah,
Even like the ones
kinda,
who've been
but
for
I
years.
prefer the ones that are more like just down to earth. If you know what I mean.
I mean, being down to earth and putting on a persona don't necessarily mean
well,
separate.
when I mean down to earth, I mean like just acting normal.
I mean, I still, I mean,
I can't explain it any differently, you know. I can't really explain it. If you
I'm
can't-
not saying you're explaining it wrong. I'm just saying that like,
Raw.
I mean, I feel like even people who are kind of true to themselves will, you know, won't talk to someone the same in real life as they do when they talk on their stream. Like,
I feel like a lot of them do though. I feel like a lot of them just act normal. Just act like they normally do on stream, which is why it's relaxing. Because they're not like
I feel
over
like
the top.
I don't feel like you act the same.
I feel
I
like
don't
they
feel like
do.
you're like I don't feel like you're hyping up like a character or something, but I don't feel like you're talking to you off stream is like the same as 100% the same as talking to you on the stream.
Well, it's always going to be variable, isn't it? Because I'm always going to talk about different stuff.
No, it's not just like what you talk about, but like when you like trying to make jokes and stuff like that. Like,
I would definitely say I'm less talkative when I'm off stream than when I'm on, because I'm always trying to talk when I'm off stream. But I don't really notice.
I'm not even saying it's a bad thing. No,
I don't really notice me talking any like acting differently on stream than off stream.
It's you don't really act that differently, honestly. But I don't think that it's a dishonest thing for someone to like. If it's someone that's like pretending.
Well, I'm not saying
to, like,
it's dishonest. I'm just saying I prefer people that act more like themselves on stream. That's what I'm saying. That's what I prefer to watch.
I'm not even judging. I'm not even
Alright.
saying you're wrong for that. I'm just explaining. Like. Oh no.
Which is why I like the informational videos, because it's not like it's more like learning stuff. They're like watching somebody go crazy.
I will say, I don't. Even though I would say that like, putting up a persona isn't weird. I don't like it when it's like people want people to think they're like a super nice, chill, and friendly, wholesome person when they're actually like an asshole in real life. I hate that. Like I'm not into that at all. I hate it when people want them to think they're a better person than they are. But if it's someone just trying to act different because they're trying to be like entertaining, like, I think even if it's people do that subconsciously, I'd say. That's just the way I see it anyway. I know everyone's got their own view of that.
I feel like you should just be nice, just neutrally, and then you should treat everyone on like first contact with respect and nicety.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's you know, it's like, you know, when YouTubers are like, "Hey guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you. You make my life better." But then they're like super asshole narcissists in real life.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, that. Yeah, I don't like that either. A lot of Minecraft YouTubers.
It's very manipulative.
Yeah, I don't like it when people are doing it for manipulative reasons. I think that's a simpler way to put it. If it's someone just trying to put on a show, that's one thing. But if they're trying to actually manipulate people, it's, yeah, I'm not about that.
I've never manipulated anyone. Except every single moment of my life.
No, I just don't like it when content creators try to make a bunch of people think they're an adorable cinnamon bun just for clout. Like, I'd rather people...
That's what he said.
Oh, but that said, I also think putting people on pedestals is a bad idea, even if they are actually, like, as cool as they are on stream. Like, you shouldn't idolize people, I think.
It definitely hurts when you like go up to someone in real life and they're not what you seem, not what they seem like. Even if they're not bad, it definitely like every time you meet someone in person, because they're so popular, they can't talk to you immediately or whatever. So it feels like they're not as good as they were normally. That's for me in my experience.
I feel like if you're gonna make somebody your hero, you should go out of your way not to meet them personally. Because I think if you
well, I don't really have any heroes per se, so...
I mean, I'm saying, like, for people who do, like, they should... You know, I believe in the whole never meet your heroes thing, because I think, you know, if you've based a lot of your life and your choices and stuff over having a certain view of somebody, and then you meet that person, and they're not who you believed they were. You know?
Yeah.
Or, you know, what if they, like, suddenly say, like, oh, I don't like you, and your whole sense of self-worth was hinged on what they thought of you. That's just not a healthy way to think, I think. Like, never hinge your... I mean, you can look up to people and without putting them on pedestals. Like, you can be inspired by someone without, like, idolizing them.
I looked up to you until you said that Bubsy 3D wasn't amazing.
Yeah, to be honest, I just didn't want to admit I was wrong. I saw a video where Donkey said he didn't like it, and I wanted to agree with Donkey.
Yeah.
And I played it, and I realized it was the greatest game ever made. I just couldn't stand to admit I was wrong. I still never played PUBG Free.
I haven't actually played it either, but I heard it's really annoyingly hard for no reason.
It's because they just didn't know what they were doing. Like, they just didn't know how to do free.
It was barely even a game. It was like the alpha version of the game, not like an actual finished product. It was like barely started at all.
From what I understand, when they heard about Mario 64 during development, they all, like, felt
Yeah, they
like
made the game in like
just...
2 weeks and just shipped what was left of it.
Apparently, their hearts sank when Mario 64 was revealed. They were like, "Oh no!"
I mean, it did get the Gold X award from Dave.
There's no way they didn't like pay for that or something, or they weren't like friends with them. I mean, to be fair though, there weren't a ton of 3D games, so it's possible they just found like one naive person who hadn't played any of like the sort of breakout.
They found one person who hadn't played any game ever, and they got him to do the review. It's like if you'd never played any game ever before, that would probably be great. Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of games journalism has always been a bit shaky. It's still not like there's still not a lot of integrity to it, honestly. At least, except for like a lot of like YouTubers, individual like people who aren't like part of companies are usually.
The worst thing is when they get someone who sucks at the game to review and can't even fucking finish it, and then complains about stuff that has like complains about the game being too hard as like a negative because they suck at the game.
Yeah. So that Cuphead gameplay was still like my favorite thing ever.
Yeah, that guy, he was like, oh, Mass Effect 3 is too hard, even though, like, it was really easy and everything. He was like, he gave, like, the game a bad review because of, like problems that weren't actual problems. That guy should
You know
not be
about
in games journalism, period.
But you know about the Cuphead thing, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I'm talking about the same guy that did that.
Oh,
like,
it's the same. Oh, it's the same guy. Oh, right.
yeah. He was complaining about, like, Mass Effect being too hard, and he gave it a bad review score.
Yeah. It's funny because even after that Cuphead thing, rather than just like sort of, I feel like a lot of people at that point would be like, yeah, okay, I was not great at it.
And the funny thing is, like, the original title of the video was like, Cuphead is really too hard, or something like that. Like the original title of the video, and then they had to change it and say like, I suck at Cuphead to like make him look better.
Yeah, it's the fact, but he wasn't like actually taking it in stride at all. Like he was continuing to double dance, and like people shouldn't fetishize skill. It's like, it's not about skill. People.
And he was like, you don't need to be good at games to be a reviewer, and it's like, well, you should be able to play games to be a reviewer. I think, like, it has nothing to do with being good at them. You should be able to like actually be able to beat the game. Like, because he couldn't even fucking read what the thing was saying. Like the title was like, press A to jump, and he couldn't figure out how to jump. Like if you're that inept, then don't
The thing
even
is,
bother.
he was specifically supposed to be like demonstrating the game, and I think he was just not the right person to do it. And the fact, since it was a game that like kind of wasn't out yet, that people wanted to sort of know more about, I think that just added frustration to it, because it's like people wanted to actually see the game, and they were watching someone who clearly wasn't the right person to play it at all. I mean, even if you're not good at like hard games and stuff, I don't think that necessarily means you can't find games you enjoy. I think it just means that those are not the kind of games for you, which is absolutely fine. But it's like it also means that like you're not the best person to like critically judge that game, because you're not the person that it's for.
Yeah.
I mean, because
The problem with like IGN is like they all have different reviewers, so they all have like completely different opinions to them, so it just doesn't work whatsoever.
yeah, that's the problem with like companies. It's better. That's why you can typically find better integrity from like certain YouTubers.
Yeah, even Donkey with his crazy shit that he says, he's still like consistent somewhat.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I agree with most of his shit, to be honest. Like,
Even when I don't agree, I can at least see where he's coming from. Like, I don't think.
I don't think Red Dead 2 is like a masterpiece like he thinks or whatever. But...
Well, he also liked Last of Us 2, which I know.
yeah, I'm okay with Last of Us 2. Like the story is not really good, but the gameplay's okay.
I didn't mind Last of Us 2. I thought it was fun. I like the first. I get why the story, because they did do some pretty traumatizing stuff in it. Like, I get
The pacing was just not great. Like the ending part where you just kept on going and going and going and going for no reason. Like it just wouldn't stop. And there was like 300 different endings to that game. I beat it up twice, once on like normal mode.
The Last of Us 2?
Yeah.
You mean how it keeps feeling like it's about to end, and then it
Yeah, and
doesn't?
then it keeps going and going and going. There's like 300 different
yeah.
stopping points. Yeah, I beat it on a survival mode and normal mode. I thought survival mode was a bit more fun.
I also kind of disagree about some of Donkey's impressions of Sonic Frontiers. Not because I don't think it's like I don't think Sonic Frontiers is like a masterpiece game or anything, but I think maybe it was a bit too hard on it. Maybe it's as bad as it
I don't know, I
But
never
it
even
was
played
for you.
Sonic Frontiers, so...
Well, that's just my opinion.
I think he just doesn't like 3D Sonic games, that's the thing. He's more of a 2D Sonic fan.
Yeah, I think I like 3D Sonic better, but only when 3D Sonic actually
I think...
works.
I don't think I agree with him giving Sonic Mania a perfect score though. I think that was like a 3-4 out of 5, not like a 10 out of 10 game.
I give it a
Because
9
there-
out of 10.
9
I
out
don't
of
think
10 's
there's
fair.
many. I don't think there's many games I'd give a 10 out of 10 to.
Yeah, there's like
a
3
9 or an 8.
games for me that I'd give a 10 out of 10. It's like Mario Galaxy, Skyward Sword, and Ocarina of Time. That's it.
I'd give it like a 9 or an 8.
I just didn't like how all the levels were remixed from older games.
That annoyed me, but I thought they were better. I liked the new remixes. I thought the actual.
I really liked
good.
the first new stage, like the Starlight stage.
Yes,
That was
figure
really
out
cool.
those.
Yeah, I played that at like PAX East. And that was like the
Played
first
it at
level I
Sun-
actually played.
I played it at Summer of Sonic.
Yeah, I never actually been to that one. But yeah, it
Can't
was
do
cool, that
anymore.
level. It was like a tiny booth they had that was like it was like one PC there with Sonic Mania on it, and that was it. It was like really weird. They had like a Nintendo Switch with like an airport, like an airplane, like a mini airplane that had like that was like showing you could play it on the airplane. It was really, really funny.
Are you in the final boss still?
Yeah, still on the final boss.
I'm up to
Oh fuck.
I
I
remember
died
seeing
again.
I don't really know how to beat this guy.
I went to EGX last year. That was cool, but there wasn't many games. There wasn't really any games.
One thing I learned from Summer of Sonic is that I'm not very I just don't like that kind of convention environment.
I don't mind conventions except for the fact I got COVID, but I just wish there were more games there. There's just so much fluff game. There's so many like boring games I just don't care about there. I wouldn't go to like a Sonic convention, like, or a convention that was just like one game series, because there's just not much to do. I want it to be like a lot of stuff to do for it to be worth it.
The thing is, Sonic, in theory, should be the ideal environment for me because I don't play that big variety of games, and most of them are like dead franchises or obscure franchises. But like, the fact that I didn't like Summer of Sonic too much basically just said to me that like, it was mostly, it wasn't even anything they were doing. It was just because it was crowded and like I was too stressed to talk to anybody. And I was sensory overload. I think I just don't like big crowded areas in like any circumstance.
I actually I went to the banjo panel. I actually asked a question to do on like the microphones. So if you look up the banjo EGX 2022 free panel, I'm on it at the end. I actually did an interview for like a Mario thing, but they never actually uploaded it, so I don't know what happened to that. But like I did an interview for like Nintendo about Mario Wonder, but they never actually did anything with it.
They probably had a bunch of footage they didn't use.
Well, I mean, Nintendo UK never uploaded anything from EGX from Mario Wonder.
Well, that happens sometimes. Like for
Maybe it's because they saw me and they didn't like me.
I don't know. I'm sure. Probably just changed their mind about making a video about it.
Maybe, yeah. They did a load for like Nintendo of America though.
Maybe they didn't want to pay the editors.
I could have done it.
I don't think they would have thought, let's reach out to this random person and ask if he will pay for it.
I hate this part. My freaking Dixie cone keeps dying.
Well, to them, random to them, I mean.
Yep.
Not random in terms of your entire existence. Very
We're all random in a way, aren't we?
close. I'm random. Not always in fun.
We're all randomly generated.
Could be. If you think about it, we kind of are.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna beat this boss. I think I'm just gonna throw myself at it. little three sins.
You might be there.
I barely even know what I'm
Oh,
doing.
fuck, I died.
I'm not-
You just have to like throw the thingies when he stops and like, and then he like goes down and then dives when he like rams
Yeah.
towards you and then you hit him on the butt.
Yeah, for all I know, there's like a phase 2 or something.
There are a lot of phases actually.
Oh, there you go. Probably gonna start doing different stuff. It's not even that I can't figure it out, it's just getting it all down. I'm also not 100% paying attention. Like, it's intuitive enough how to hit him. You just, yeah, like you said, you throw the stuff and jump on him, but it's just like that combination. I don't have the muscle memory yet. Built it up.
Damn it. Oh fucking hell! I'm just gonna die now. Fuck it.
Oh no.
You dumb Dixie Kong. Ooh. What did you have for lunch today? Or dinner, or whatever?
And nachos from Odeon.
Nachos from where?
Odeon.
Where's that?
Cinema Odeon.
Oh, you went to the cinema. What did you get? What you watch?
I didn't actually go to the cinema. I
Oh,
just
you went to
ordered
the cinema just to get nachos. That's
it.
funny.
No, I ordered delivery.
Oh, you could deliver nachos for everyone? That's interesting. Oh, they could do that.
Yeah, I was surprised to find out as well.
Were they like expensive? Because usually cinema food is kind of expensive.
I mean, it is, but definitely more than. But they've got. I don't know. I really like the Odeon nachos. I don't know other nachos I have anywhere else. I like them. The cheese sauce is really good.
Fair enough.
I've also
I had a
I'm not-
chicken dinner.
Oh, nice.
Fucking Dixie Kong, you suck!
This game is too hard, lol.
Dixie Kong just sucks.
Made by a fool.
Fuck!
Are you gonna play that Princess Peach?
No. Probably not. I don't know. Kind of boycotting Ubisoft right now.
What?
I'm boycotting Ubisoft.
They didn't make the Princess Peach game, though.
Oh, I thought you said Prince of Persia.
Oh, no, I said Princess Peach.
Yeah, I might play that. I heard it was made by the Mario team, so... And yes, it is a Mario game, but like, they're not all made by the same people.
I don't know. Brand new what you meant.
Yeah, get hit, boy.
Oh god, it's...
Yeah, it is 10 PM.
Are you getting close to beating it?
Somewhat, yes.
I'm definitely not going to be beating this anytime soon.
You should
My
try.
brain is- I am, but my brain is like flatlining right now.
Oh.
Starting to run out of steam.
Damn you! Fucking hell. There we go.
There we go.
Oh fuck me!
Wish bosses had health bars in this.
I wish I had a health bar in real life. Fuck! I died again! Because that's like the thing where he's like, oh, blah, blah. This boss is not easy. Oh fucking hell! You just do the... Oh my god! You know, I like IKEA meatballs. You ever had IKEA meatballs?
Yeah, I like those as well.
I used to have them when I was like 5.
They're actually pretty recent that I first tried them. Like 2 years ago.
They gave me stomach aches a lot though.
I do like Swedish meatballs. I like making those. Like making pizza for a bit.
I like the lingonberry juice.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, or cranberry jam. You can use both. Ouchie, ouchie.
Damn it, I missed. Damn it, I missed. Fuck you. Oh fucking hell! Oh, 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 oh. This is why I'm not doing a speedrun of this game, because I'd probably lose. The first part's easy, though. When it gets like later on, it's pretty hard. I'm just gonna stand on the middle.
I was just thinking this was too easy.
Were you? Okay.
Very sarcastic.
Fuck! Restarting again. Damn it! Every fucking time I get hit by that. That didn't work. Okay, it's at that point again now.
I don't know what it.
What again?
What?
Nintendo Switch?
I remember seeing it.
I remember when the Nintendo Switch was not announced. I don't know why they're not announcing the Switch 2. Doesn't make any sense.
Who knows?
Just announce the fucking thing already.
Who knows what's going on internally there?
I'm doing great now. Fucking hell! I didn't hit him a single bloody time! Finally, I hit him once! He's so fast! He's just too fucking fast. Oh, come on! He's so fucking fast! He's the fast man. Okay, when it gets to that point, I'm gonna go with the 4th one, just so I can know. When you get to the point where he's like doing the figgy, but it's not on ice, that's when you go to the 4th. Because he gets faster when he walks over time. Which is why it's so much easier to hit him at the beginning.
Oh my god.
Oh fucking hell! I'm just gonna kill myself now. I got killed by Daisy and Dixie Kong at the first second. I thought the stream would be over long ago, but apparently not. We're in purgatory of this boss fight. What the fuck? How did that hit me? Are you still there?
Still here. Just brain dead.
Okay.
Nothing to say anymore. I've got no words left.
Your book says you got nothing to say. I'm on the 1 and 2. You're on the 50 Shades of Grey. Do you know what that's from?
No idea.
It's from George R.R. Martin versus J.R.R. Tolkien. Rap battle for history. What do you think's better, Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings? I think Lord of the Rings is way better.
Never really seen Lord of the Rings.
You seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
I saw the first 4 seasons, I didn't really like it. I thought it was too boring and too much talking. I did think it was funny. Yeah. My favourite part is when like the guy pushes the woman off the cliff, that was really funny. Oh, fuck off! What is your favorite Game of Thrones moment?
A very spoilery moment from kind of late.
Oh, okay. I've only seen the first 4 seasons, so...
Yeah, it's definitely after. So the ending of this was pretty terrible.
I heard it's like a lot of stuff happens without any reason, it just happens for us no reason, like a lot of random stuff happens. Like...
Basically, George R.R. Martin didn't have anything to do with
Yeah, I know he hasn't done the final book yet, so they just made it up as they go along.
Well, yes and no. He had like a rough idea of how he wanted it to end, so he gave them the cliff notes, and they just did a really bad job in filling in the blanks, basically. He said that the ending to the books is going to be different from what they ended up doing anyway. Not that I think.
I don't understand why they didn't just wait until the books to be finished before they finished it. Series.
Because he's not writing them.
Why doesn't he just finish it?
I don't know. Ask him. It's been ages. He's not doing anything.
Too busy
Basically
eating McDonald's, I guess.
Pretty much the half-life free of novels at this point.
Too busy. I don't know. At least J.R.R. Tolkien finished his books, kinda. Silmarillion. It's kind of his finished work, but problem is he died before he could really unleash his true power.
He made Lord of the Rings. That's
Yeah.
pretty powerful. One of the most successful fantasy.
But that was
franchises.
like not his fight. That wasn't like his true ambition. Like the Silmarillion was like what it was leading up to, kind of like Disney World. Like he was gonna aim for something bigger than Lord of the Rings, and the Silmarillion is what came out of that. Did you know that the Epcot was gonna be like an actual city, and it ended up not being?
I don't know anything about Lord of the Rings.
No, Disney
yeah.
World.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Epcot. You don't know what Epcot is?
I have no idea.
Well, it's like it's just a normal theme park that has like worlds in it, like based on like countries of the world. But it was originally going to be like its own like city, like its own like country kind of thing. It's going to be like a utopia, where like people lived there and shit. But because he died, they never ended up doing that. Well, I doubt they would ever done that with him being alive because it was going to be very bloody expensive. But... Did you ever go to Disney World? I've never been.
Disneyland.
In Anaheim?
I've been to the one in
Florida.
Not that one. No, maybe not that one. It may be, but I've definitely been to the one in Paris. But I've been to like another one somewhere in America.
Well, there's one in Anaheim and there's one in Florida. Florida's the Magic Kingdom one.
I don't know which one. I was only like 5 or 4.
I've been to the one in Tokyo and the one in Paris.
Been to the one in Paris a few times, but I went to the one in Paris.
I'm probably gonna go to it next month, I think, when I'm in Paris. Problem is, they don't really have any new stuff. I went to it in 2017, but they don't really have anything that new in it.
I just like I don't mind.
I want Donkey Kong World to open so I can book my ticket to Japan. That's really the only reason I'm going. It's for Donkey Kong. Ruh-oh. Kinda sounds like Scooby-Doo. Third phase, again. First 2 phases aren't that bad, but when you get to the third phase, it's like, oh my god. My brain goes numb when you get to the third phase. And then you get to the 3.5 phase, and it's like, oh my god. Did I tell you I got downloaded a Final Fantasy 3DS version?
I think. You said that. You said something like that in Discord earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's probably the best version of Final Fantasy 1. Because it's like basically the PSP version, which has all the content from the PS1 version, but it's in 3D as well. All the graphics are really cool. It's way better than the PC version, which has like 8-bit graphics instead. Don't know why they decided to. I don't understand why they don't have like the 3DS version on PC and have this crappy pixel remaster version.
Yes, we can't have nice.
I mean, the pixel remaster version isn't bad, but it's kind of like lame compared to the PSP version of the 3DS version. They also released it on iOS and Android, which is also similar, but the Android version for some reason doesn't have the bonus dungeons. Also, I beat the game.
Hey.
And we can watch the final cutscene. got smaller. How does a mountain turn into ice anyway? It doesn't make any sense.
Because it's a cartoon.
I am glad the whole game isn't just like ice levels. Like, it's only the last level, last world, really. Because if the entire game was just ice levels, it'd be very annoying.
Feel like new Super Mario Brothers.
Kinda, yeah.
They put Green Hill Zone in Sonic. All my eyes out. Set myself on fire.
In what?
And set myself on fire.
If they put Green Hill Zone in what, though?
The next Sonic game.
Oh, okay. I wonder if they'll ever do the Sonic Adventure remake they keep talking about.
Sega's not the one talking. Well, I guess they've said they would be interested. There was like
I remember Iizuka talked about it.
He said he would be interested in it, but he never said they were doing it.
Yeah.
He said it won't, but it's something that, from what I understand, they started working on it a while ago, and it was going really poorly, and it got scrapped. But they might still go back to it at some point. But that's a rumor. That's not confirmed.
You're not gonna beat the
Seems like-
boss then.
No. I was just desperate for this to be over. I've got nothing left in me.
Okay, maybe you should try beating it tomorrow then, I don't know.
I'll honestly, I'll try beating it next time we race this game.
Oh,
If we race
okay.
it again, that is.
I feel like there's no way of you gonna win. You're not gonna be able to win if you do that though.
I mean, I didn't think I'd even get this far, to be honest. I didn't think I was even gonna get to the final boss, let alone.
We were
Win.
pretty close though.
That's the thing. So it's like
If you got better at the
Already-
final boss, you would have had a chance to win.
maybe I just don't want to play. All right.
Alright, let's call it then. Good night.
Okay. Good night.